Alrighty, what is up, everybody? I have literally just got home from work. I got home, went pee, and then I was like, "All right, podcast time," because it is 2 a.m. for the other boys, and I don't want to make them have to wait any longer than they have to. It's probably not going to end up being on Thursdays after this, but the first one is on Thursday. I have a tier list to make because I'm trash at the game, so I'm gonna make a tier list while I hop on the call with the other two boyos, and then we can get this party started. So first off, welcome to the inaugural episode 0 of the Stanz Leech group podcast. Like all good Leech groups, we had to have a podcast and do it on Thursday specifically. We will copy S3K to the finite detail. Fret not. They have laid out the blueprint for success, and we are oh God, and we know how to read. Listen, words are hard. I'm very tired. I have been working all day, and work has been ungodly stressful this week. This has been already the worst start to a semester I've ever had at work. So, very, very poggers things happening. I believe Lion Eagle is still doing his uh speed run. Yeah, I'm gonna send him some eyes. Um, so how's chat doing? Is Ragu still here? Did you leave because I made you wait? Don't get me wrong, I don't blame you. However, comma. What the fuck? Let me text them. Augcast topics.
Yo,
Hello, Curly. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good. I am speed making my tier list real quick because I have come prepared. Also, fuck work for the internet just not working. At first, I thought it wasn't working because I was down in the basement, and it often doesn't work while I'm down there. So I was like, all right, fuck it. I have keys. I'm gonna go to like my boss's office upstairs, and I'm gonna do it from there. And then the Wi-Fi wasn't working up there either. So I was like, fuck. So shafted at every turn.
It do be like that sometimes. I am playing Yu-Gi-Oh!
I'm excited. I want to stream the full thing because people that have been streaming Master Duels have been getting crazy numbers. So tomorrow after movie trivia, I will also be streaming Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. We're gonna play solo mode,
I
and then we're gonna build a fucking 60 card trap deck because I don't know how to combo yet. And then once I learn how to combo, we're gonna build Adignisters as my combo deck of choice.
I am not that good at the game, so
I
I
can
will
teach you,
not
my
be
son.
doing that.
I can show you the way.
I'm more of an extreme casual.
So you only did just like the base one from each gen. You didn't like because like Gen 3 has two different ones depending on if you play Ruby and Sapphire or Emerald. So we just did everyone's base one.
It's only one difference, I'm fairly sure. Is
I'm
it
pretty
not?
sure Black and White 2 have different Elite Fours. Uh,
They do not.
do they not?
I looked it up.
Look at you. What a man. What a man.
I don't know if you know, but look at that document I sent you. Someone may or may not have went through and checked them all.
Sheesh.
You asked me to condense it. I condensed 5 nice topics,
Look at you.
kinda. and some information below. Not very much, like, but
Curly saved. Bet.
that's not everything that was in there. But I thought that was enough.
Yeah, no, this is hype. Wow, you just left off Gen 8. Does Gen 8 not have an Elite Four?
No,
See, I
you
don't
do the
think it.
tournament. Oh, you do like a tournament at the end with all the gym leaders.
I don't know dick about shit. That sounds hype though.
Yeah, it's like your rival. Anyone that's like completed all the gyms goes into this like literal stadium to do a tournament.
Poggies. Okay. How much does Line Eagle have left on his?
About 15 minutes, I think.
50 minutes.
15,
I know,
one
I know,
five.
I know. Chill, 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 chill,
Wow.
chill.
Trying to spectate a duel so I can get my points.
There it is.
This is my life now. My deck is I'm not like literally I just started. Loaded got the like basic like got the like the things that look like they're good value
Mm.
for your points. I did a few of the beginner missions so I could get like Geki and Monster Reborn because I feel like that's a move. And I currently literally rocking like the most depressing synchron deck in the world or synchro deck in the world with some synchrons.
Right. I can help you build a decent synchro deck if you want.
I'm gonna wait and see what I'll do because I'll probably just like stack points for a while and then see what I want. Like my actual favorite deck of all time, I love Black Wings, love them
Fair enough.
because I watch anime and base all of my decisions off the characters from the anime.
Right.
I like Crow.
Fair enough. Okay. So it just goes in order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I assume.
Hmm?
The tier list that you gave me.
The one do the one that Lion Eagle did.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant. It just goes in order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I assume.
I can't, it just has like an AB. It just has a ranking system. Like it
Well,
doesn't
yeah, I
have
know,
one,
but
two, three,
at the
five, six.
bottom, is it in order by gen?
I don't know. Give me a second. I need to, I need to view mine again to even check. It. I literally can't tell you because when I click on the link, it shows you my completed one.
Hmm.
I just happen to know which one's which. Based on the fact that like I never played X and Y fully, so I knew which one was X and Y, and then I was able to work out the rest from there. Also, it didn't let me use Curly as a username because it said I'm not allowed to use offensive language.
Uh,
I was like, right, okay, cool, I guess.
Damn.
The thing I don't like about the deck is I don't like, or the thing I don't like about the game is I don't like pendulums. I just don't like them.
Pendulums are hype. I got my first ever regional top with pendulums.
I'll agree, I'll not disagree with you. They probably are hype. I just don't like them. It's more reading than I would like to do.
The only ones that are like crazy to read are like the fucking like Nirvana High Paladin and fucking like all that
They
bullshit.
have 2 blocks of text. That's already enough for me. Like I've just been like getting things. I'm going. I recognize this. This seems good. I'm like, yeah, yes, Ash Blossom. Yep, that's good.
Ash Blossom is very good. The card you want to get it's like the most important card to be getting right now is Maxi.
Oh, I know Maxi. Yeah.
All right.
So you're telling me it's not reinforcements of the army, which is a default card you get at the start.
It is limited to one. All right. Here's my potentially controversial. one.
Controversial take. Kid's attractive. Let's see.
Yeah, so you're not gonna be streaming. So go ahead and send me an OBS Ninja link, please.
Oh, okay, I'll stop doing this then. Can you send me the website?
Just Google OBS Ninja. It's the top link.
I refuse to do so. I'm joking.
Here I was trying to rush, get on, be early, so
What I
that way
have
you
to
guys
do
don't
here?
have to do OBS Ninja, and then
Yeah, no,
do
I'm on the website.
add my camera to OBS. Make sure you have audio turned off in the camera settings, and then it should give you a link. And then you'll send me that link, and then I will add it as a browser input.
Doke. Give me a second.
Thank you, thank
Is
you.
that what is that what you need?
That is exactly what I need. All right. Okay. There's that. Wait, why'd I click that? I'm dumb. Just give me that, please. Copy link. Obs. Let's go to fucking bam. We'll call this one the podcast. Oops. Hi, poggers. Okay, what am I doing? I need to add. Nope, not that. Over here, we need to add video capture device. Add existing. Oh shit, it's me. Not flipped. Cringe. Transform. Flip. Oh, not like that. Let me fucked it. Hold
Wow,
on.
so Pog, I got Snipe Hunter in a pack.
Snipe Hunter
I
is
won't
Pog.
get wrecked. I also have Boar the Spear. It's the start. It's
Oh,
the
yeah.
start.
Yeah, the way the game works is actually really cool because now that you've pulled a Blackwing, you should be able to pull just like specific from a Blackwing pack.
There isn't, unfortunately. I checked.
Oh, okay. I think you have to get an ultra rare then of the archetype,
Yeah.
but
It's a certain. I think it's like anything above rare. I think it's a super rare, ultra rare, and then you get the pick. Like you get the like pack unlock. So I probably need to get one of the like a. I've forgotten all the names of the cards, but I see them all in my head. This is gonna be my life now. I hate this.
I am also excited to lose my life to this.
I'm not putting any money into it though, and please don't.
I hadn't planned on it for a while. I'll probably get there eventually once I like.
Would you get full try hard sweaty mode?
Yeah, like if I like want to compete in tournaments and stuff, because like I used to
Mhm.
compete at like a high level of
Locals
play.
and stuff.
Well, not like I've like been to nationals before
Mm-hmm.
because I'm not dog shit at the game. But that was like what, like 5 years ago at this point. So I'm probably dog shit now, but I have the capability of being a not dog shit player.
I never did that to any degree, but I like the game.
Fair enough.
I feel like, well, I guess I say I feel like, but sometimes the fun of it gets removed a little bit when people are just too sweaty. That's why I like doing
That's
things that are
fair.
just funny and silly.
Yeah.
Except when when I played Duel Links, I played Duel Links for quite a while. I never really played competitively because I couldn't be bothered to play like fucking 500 duels. I didn't have enough time in my life.
Yeah, competitive Duel Links is insane. I respect the
But
fuck out of people that actually put in that grind.
yeah, I actually ran Black Wings when it was like the meta in Duel Links, but
Oh,
not
yeah.
realizing that it was the meta. No, I was like looking, I was like, I wonder what the meta decks are, and I was like, oh, I'm playing the meta deck right. Well, like a version of it, not exactly the like card for card.
Because I am the meta.
Yeah, I am the meta.
Yeah, because like
And now
fucking the
it's like,
thing that turned me off about Duel Links is that like you'd have to like grind character missions to get like a one of ultra card in the entire game. That's like
see,
meta defining, and I was just like, God damn it, I don't want to do this shit.
I like that to a degree. I like the sort of like monotonous, like simple gameplay. I hated playing online when, well, even though I was the guy that was doing that, was just like one turning people. Like that's basically what happened in Duel Links. It's basically like 1-2 turn and it's over.
Mm.
And I was doing it with Black Wings where I was like, I special summon blah, I special summon blah, I synchro. Oh, okay, now I've done that. I special summon blah. Oh, Black Whirlwind triggers from my normal summon I did earlier. Game over.
Mm.
I remove your whole field at your hand and game over. I had a few people quit on me like the minute I played like Black Whirlwind and they would just quit. And I'm like,
That's fair.
oh.
My friend who I used to play with all the time, he was a big Blackwing guy, and he was
Mm.
still trying to force Blackwings in like fucking like 2018,
Uh-oh,
2019. I'm like, my guy,
that's not.
listen.
It's over. It's over, dude. Like I know some people still try to force heroes in. I like heroes a lot, but
Heroes are really good actually, like the new heroes
are
with
they?
like
Oh, the new ones.
yeah,
Okay,
like
I knew
malicious.
like a few years back, people were trying to like hardcore get heroes in, and they were like,
Yeah, with like
eh.
once like Liquid Man and Adusted Gold and Malicious Bane and all that shit came out, heroes are kind of
Hmm,
poggers. Shadows is
I
at
like,
3 now. Dark
I like.
Phoenix Enforcer, or Destroy Phoenix Enforcer is like
What's that? So did you say Stratos was at 3?
yeah,
Oh, he's hype.
Shadows is hype.
Like one of the main things that kept it like going. That's why I go limited, I guess.
Well, Stratos was banned for like over 10 years, or
Yeah,
was it 10 years? It was a long ass time.
because it was just good.
It was just good.
Damn. I always like I like the idea that like when they started the game, like obviously they had like whole Monster Reborn and like Regeki and all, and they were like, this is fine. And then as it went on, they were like, this is not fine.
Mm,
These are just ridiculous.
right.
And now then it hit another point again where it's like, these are fine. Because all the cards got even more ridiculous.
Well, it was insane because like you would get like fucking like 2 or 3 reinforcement of the army, 3 emergency call, and your 3 Stratos. It's like, oh, I have 9 cards in my deck that just search every card in my deck. Poggers.
So you're telling me they weren't all playing Rottweiler?
Bro, when I first started playing again, I was dog shit. I was playing Rottweiler. I was playing all of
Yeah,
the bad fucking like
Bubble, you're rocking Bubble Man Avion, yeah, to make Marner,
Bubble Man is
yeah.
actually one of the best hero card, like
I know it
best
because
OG
his
hero cards.
abilities niche, yeah,
Well, not even the draw two, just being able to special summon him after you dump all the
yeah.
cards in your hand. And for a little while after Totally Awesome came out, there was a variant of heroes called Toad Heroes, where you would just like rank 4 spam with Bubble
Sounds
Man.
toxic.
Yeah,
Yeah, I hear Toad and I and Hero together. I'm like, oh, I feel like if Toad goes with anything, is it not just kind of toxic?
yeah, basically. But you'd play like Thin Goldfish as like a water level 4 that you could summon, and then you'd also dump Bubble Man. And if you open like the God Hand, you would end on Dark Law with 2 Bahamut Sharks and 2 Totally Awesomes. Chef's kiss. That deck fucks. Loved that deck.
All right, Lanny is on his last track.
Okay. I
Sub 2 hour isn't happening, but I think he's hitting sub 2 hour 1 minute.
cringe. Could not be me.
Yeah.
I need to figure out what all these fucking text files are called. Evan Gal. I'm gonna rename these. Do you have a font of choice?
Nope. I'm very much the only thing I ever use for fun is sometimes I'll use the word art. No, like the OG word art blue one.
Yeah,
Sometimes I'll do that because I think that's hilarious.
that is pretty
But
funny.
sometimes, but sometimes it's really hard to read.
Is that a thing that you can do in
No, it's not. I
so you
would
can't do it in OBS?
no, no.
Okay.
I would find a website and then save the image and then and then post it in.
Fuck, not rename. This is
Yeah, it's not worth the time.
trash built. Goodbye, trash built. Because I just have text files 1 through 5. I was like, all right, I should probably figure out what the fuck these actually say. Because I know I have my own name, and I don't need to keep making ones for my name.
Wow, you have your own name. That's how.
I've put my own name on screen before, kind of crink.
Who's that noticed the Z guy? The amount of concentration on Lan Eagle's face right now.
Hey, look at that. Ba-da-ba-ba-da. Your name, dumbass. Reading.
Let's add Utopia in. Not a bad Xyz. There we go. Get him in. Some Yu-Gi-Oh cards are just ridiculous. Like, what the fuck is Desk Bot Jet?
It's a level 10 desktop
It's,
synchro.
it's it's just very strange, and I don't like it. Oh, he got. I'm not listening, but I will throw a Drake in.
The best worst Scrabble. I love just live producing as opposed to having set any of this up previous to this. Into this one.
Yeah. Surprised you didn't try to set some of this up before you went live, but that's fair.
Nah, fuck you. Like, I was trying to go live because I thought you guys would be ready and waiting on me. But here we are waiting on Line Eagle. I'm like, oh, okay. So I could have done a
Yeah,
multitude of things.
I've been
I was
sitting
going to
here,
go rub one out because I haven't been able to rub one out all day, but here we are.
Fair enough. Each their own. I was also considering that, but then was like, eh, I'll just keep up all my I'll keep my energy in, you know. I don't want to be sleepy.
Okay. Bam. Oh, that shit's renamed now. Now we're going to add a curly text. So we're all getting the Fortnite font then, if you don't have a one that you'd rather have.
Easy. Oh, my room being reflected freaks me out. I don't like it.
Yours? This should be normal unless you flipped yourself.
No.
Select font. Burbank Big CD Black. Okay. Also known as the Fortnite font. Is it space 801 or just 801? How do you like
801,
it? Just 801?
just all one, all together. Highland Eagle.
Outline. Outline size like 10. Outline color black. Yeah. Wow, look at that curly 801.
Mm-hmm.
What a curly boy. I'll do yours in top right and then his in top left. Or yours in top left, his in top right. Yeah. Very cool. And then I can hit up Evan has given me hookups to a guy who can make us a layout for like multiple screens, because I already have realized an issue with the layout I'm going for is that we won't have a place to screen share when we start talking about our tier lists. But it'll be fine. I'll just move myself over and like turn chat off, I guess, because I have chat bottom right, alerts bottom left, and then I was also going to put the name of the podcast bottom left. I guess should I be on top and you guys on bottom? And then like chat there and the name of the podcast like top left.
Don't be bothering me too much.
We're gonna add Lion Eagle's text before we add Lion Eagle. I think that's funny. Burbank CD Black. Okay.
Like, he is blasting out. Glad he'll send you his thing. I respect your game with the Fortnite text, but I also despise it all at the same time.
I just think it's funny because of the Z-Bucks thing. It's the only reason we do it. Yeah. That's about the same height. That'll go in the top right. Man, it's like he's here with us in spirit.
He is here.
Yo, where's the goat lion eagle at? Good question.
He's here.
Is he though?
Just not
New
not mentally.
mentions in general chat. Starting a podcast.
You mentioned yourself, did you?
No, Allie tagged me in a thing.
Oh, that type.
Sex dubious and real and based and true. Copy link. Add a juicy little cam eagle. Caca.
Oh, cacao.
Line eagle cam. Okay. 1920 by 1080. Please. Father. 80. Bam. Bam. Bam.
Not working. Panic. Panic. Panic.
Ba-ba-da-ba. Hey, there he is. Is this a static picture? What's happening? Are we getting memed? No, okay.
You're also just full screen right now.
You are just full
I
screen
know.
right now.
It's the Lion Eagle podcast. We told you.
We can't hear you, by the way.
Oh, that's cringe.
Lani, we can't hear a word you're saying.
I can hear him. Or are you being a funny haha?
No, I can't hear
No,
a
it
word he's
wasn't.
saying.
I was being cringe. I don't know how you could hear me, Z.
Because oh, do you have camera audio turned on Ninja?
I know the problem.
God damn it.
There we go.
Y'all fucks have one job. It's to turn off your damn camera audio.
I did it right. I did it right.
You did do it right.
We do be trolling out here on the unnamed podcast.
You need to close this game or I will sit and play Yu-Gi-Oh! The whole time.
Yeah.
That's what we need. We need that as the fourth cam, just your Yu-Gi-Oh! Gameplay.
It's just me staring at cards for 6 hours reading the text.
Let us go.
I don't know what 90% of them do.
True. All right, before we start, Lion Eagle, do you think that this looks good, or should we have it to where I'm on? Because I'm gonna put the name of the podcast over here on the left. Should I be on top or on bottom if we're gonna do the text on the left?
I think either works. I think this is all right.
You are ungodly quiet. That's Ivy. Use volume down.
I'm just whispering.
Bam. There you go.
Sorry, I just burped.
He do be burping. Alrighty.
That's absolutely fine. I forgive you, Curly.
Okay, let's first off, let's group some shit together. Shall we? Let's highlight that. And
I'll be watching Stanz the whole time and not be listening.
cringe. Imagine watching
Oh,
Stanz instead of watching the Stanz leeches.
You did
I can
share
both open.
Group selected items. This will
the
be
document.
Lion
and
Eagle.
all that.
I need my EXP on stans.vip.com/community.
Curly and
Where you
Curly
can
Cam
watch-
are going to be grouped.
Speaking of stans.vip.com/community, check out my post that I put up there.
Oh, okay. Leeching on the job, exactly.
I did. That Lion Eagle guy seems cool as I comment on like literally everything.
Golden
Is
French
it-
Horn. This is a great idea. Mario Kart 8 speedrun race Lion Eagle versus Stan's Prage. Seen some good comments on there already.
Sheesh.
And Ari's approved it, so everyone has to approve it by default.
True, and Ari's gonna be a mod someday, maybe. Copy him.
Daniel Herbert.
All right, bam. So we've got all of that shit grouped together for easy moving people's shit around. And then I just need to add the title, which is, of course, not a browser source.
The
More
other thing that
text.
stresses me out using Ninja is that I never know where, like, because I like seeing it in real time, but then if I do that, then I'm just looking at my own screen.
True. You could always
Whereas,
have
like,
my stream pulled up.
Discord, I like
Oh,
it
you
on
said it
top.
in real time. Never mind. I'm an idiot.
Yeah,
Ignore me.
then there's like the delay, but then I'm like waiting on my own delay.
No, but the thing is, now you can see what you look like when you do those things. You can't see what you're looking like. Like, if you want to know what you look like from the side, you can look at the side and look back at the stream, and you'll know what you look like. No, you can't look
I
at
didn't like
yourself
it.
at the same time.
You can look at
So
the
I've
back of
like
your own
I've,
head.
I've moved my setup, so now I'm like if I want, I can look at my camera when I'm looking at my chat when I'm streaming. Now it's just kind of weird. I don't know what to do with myself.
Yeah, mine's like I don't know if it's just because of how I've been playing my Switch, but I'm like straight onto my camera now, so I'm like, we're gonna do this, guys. We're gonna get the record. Episode 0 coming out on your screens now. Well, not now because I'm on the delay, but
But like later now, but like at the same time now later, but also now.
now I'm seeing it, which means that I'm saying it, which means that you'll have delay. So you can actually find out how much of a delay there is based on when that first came up on the screen and then now when I'm saying this.
Sheesh.
That's how big my delay is, guys.
Yeah, when we were doing this with Cants, apparently Cants had less delay than I did, even though I was the one fucking hosting the stream, which is very funny.
EU
You
ping.
ping? Yeah.
Superior ping.
All right, I think I'm gonna swap it, so I'm gonna move me up because I'm better than you.
Can we get a 1 in the chat if you're a fan of EU ping?
Any EU pings in chat?
You don't have to be from the EU, just be a fan of EU ping.
I'm actually just staring at myself and
As you
rubbing
do.
my beard. So I have this like bald patch under my beard. You
That's
can't
not touching
see.
under your beard.
Yeah, can you see it?
No, a little bit, yeah.
Chat analytics.
So, like,
means chat's right
All
here,
that
so
there is
chat
bald
down.
underneath.
Bald. Bald.
So
I get
Bald.
like a tiny bald,
Bald.
spot here.
fucking triggered. Sorry, Z.
Like it goes here.
Let's
and then
go.
here,
Shitty EU
I
ping.
get, like a circle here.
That was quite the delay.
Sorry for delay, bad ping. Oh my god, stop, Joey. Stop lying. Unless that's Welsh ping.
No,
Welsh
Joey
ping is not
Uni, I'm
EU
pretty
ping
sure.
confirmed.
I don't think she's even in Wales anymore, so we can't blame Wales.
True, she is in
Oh,
England.
true.
Frame or no
True.
frame? Thoughts?
No frame.
Unless you're going to put our text slightly into the frame, then
Oh, you're right. I could do that.
That's why I just said no frame.
I see what this is. We're on your channel, and you're going to cover up our name so people can't find us.
Exactly. Definitely don't have a Leech specific command that's in the title for people to be able to find you guys. That'd be cringe.
That would be
Exclamation point curly in the chat.
That's just your Twitter. Exclamation point Leech is both your Twitches.
Whoa, the 7 TV moderation's a bit weird looking. I've not actually been in your chat since getting it.
Well,
Have
did
you
I
never
mod
seen
you?
mod view before?
Yeah, I've been in mob view, but then there's these weird like grabby arms you can do for the deleting and the timeouts, whereas it used to be doing an alt click.
All right, bam. Here we are.
But now instead of clicking head, you just grab them and move them to the side.
Look at us. We got
I
that
really-
fucking hot episode 0.
Also, I want to point out that
Wait,
Jody was very close to being banned.
Actually,
by
I
accident
don't like the fucking frame. I'll say it.
Also, I have over 1,000 messages in your
see it.
chat.
In my chat?
Yeah, I don't know when I did this.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, let's check Nightbot.
It's
Dashboard.
'cause we just keep spamming exclamation mark curly.
Oh, shit! Lion
What?
Eagle is the top chatter.
Damn right.
Ah.
Yeah, in the last week, Lion Eagle has chatted 342 times, and Curly is only 73. Kind of cringe.
That's mad considering like every time that you're in a stream with Curly, I'm more talkative in his chat.
Oh, that's true.
But it's
The EU
it'll
difference.
be Boys the Lands or Boyderlands.
Borderlands do
Oh,
be hype.
Oysterland.
I'm excited for Borderlands Season 2. I'll say it.
I'm too busy talking with Kev.
True. Kev check emote on its way, apparently. Lion Eagle's been
God.
in the emote dungeon.
Yeah, any leakers? Leak that one frame.
Okay. So, did we want to talk about these topics in any specific order, or
Would have been a nice flow.
also
I mean,
imagine not having rated me Lion
That's
Eagle? That's kind
better,
of
but-
cringe. I'll say it.
Yeah,
I'm actually-
imagine me
the
and
only-
Lad Eagle already being here.
the only people that were watching me, the only two were you and Curly.
Yeah, it'd be like that. It'd be like that.
Okay, I think we should talk about the update to the contest first, personally, and
Yeah,
then
we
we can
can
get
do.
into our names, and then we
And
can
then
get
do the
lost.
intro.
And
What
yeah,
do you
and
mean,
then we'll
what
do
date?
country.
The competition's closing tomorrow.
No,
Well-
it's closed right now. What are you talking about?
Well,
Oh, true. True, it is closed right now.
it do be closed right
It
now,
was, it
technically.
was it was EU time.
Yeah, I don't know why people didn't know that. Crink. All right,
We are
progress.
all British, so
True.
Sure.
Oh, I literally do have such of that. Look at me, I'm so fucking good at the game. All right, bet. Sorry, I was just making sure my outline on my name was the same thickness as y'all's. And it was. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about was the update to the contest. Drum roll, please.
It's like, do you not want to actually do an introduction so that if we cut this and put this on YouTube, it doesn't just go, okay,
I bet.
update.
All right, bet. You're right. You're right.
oh look,
All right.
edited fade up. Whoa.
Whoa.
Hello everyone and welcome to the podcast. There you go.
So you're just gonna start the podcast? Is that what this is? Mutiny on the stream.
Pog.
Pog.
Podcast.
Welcome to the podcast. I am your host with the most and the throst. Notice the Z. In the bottom right, we have our beast with the least, Mr. Lion Eagle 22_25. And on our left, we have the man who needs some ham, Curly 801. How are we doing tonight, boys?
Yeah, I'm doing amazing. I'm really glad you were the one who did the intro there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally just ripped off what Sherman does for Grub Buds.
I was thinking of the hostess for the mostest, but that's about as far as I could have got there.
Not just the host with the most.
So what
No.
are you guys watching? We are Stanz 3K at the moment. We have an actual title that is going to be announced when we do our hype announcement video that I have planned, that I have not told the boys what I have planned. But I have a hype way that we're going to announce not only the winner of the Stanz Leech contest, who will be the 4th member, if they so choose. It will also introduce the org as a whole. So that'll be very cool and pog. But an update on the contest is that fucking no one entered. Shout outs. So what we're going to do, so as to not let it flop, we are going to go for one additional week, and we are just going to reach out to a bunch of well-known community members, and we're gonna be like, hey, please enter. You don't have to join the group if you don't want to. Because honestly, the reward of like having to join an org is a lot. It's daunting. A lot of people are like, damn, I want to make some fire content, but I don't necessarily want to have to commit to an org, which is fair. So we're just gonna be like, hey, we still just want to make like some fire content, you know, do the Leech thing, try and help Stanz, and just like get the community closer together. So we're going to be reaching out to a bunch of prominent community members. Curly also shot his shot at just like some wild fucking people like Atrioc and the Yard, to be like, hey, make a fucking video, which is, you know, a strat.
Yeah,
I have another strat.
Member.
Yeah, I have another strat tucked up, which I might do, considering I have one prominent contact who I would like to make a video, but we'll see if I get a response from said person.
Right. Yeah, no leakers, but they're just like, you know, prominent community members. Maybe some favorite task manager people, maybe some people who are really active on the community site, maybe some people that are really active in chat. Just, you know, we'll be reaching out, asking them to make a video. They don't necessarily have to join if they don't want to. But we would just like to, you know, get the content and then get the stream of us reacting to your guys' content. That is going to be Pogger's Champion. So that is where we're at with the contest. We are running it for one additional week just to squeeze in any submissions, please. Task Manager Gang, exactly. Ride or die. That was my whole thing in starting streaming, is that I want to get all the Task Manager people wedded and breaded. I'm here to raise up the group.
I'd like to emphasize that, please.
Yeah.
Please.
Please.
Someone.
Also,
Anyone.
please. Literally anyone, please, so we have content.
Just
to react to.
someone.
I think the main thing we've learned is that Stanz is not as big as we think he is.
That's part of it. And then also, like, I think just a lot of people are like, oh, this is a cool idea. But, like, you know, the having to sign on to an org with 3 weirdos is like,
Very true.
It's true. I do wonder what our chances would have been if it was 2 weirdos. You get to decide amongst yourself which one gets cut.
Yeah, it's not going to be me and Lion Eagle. That's all I'll say.
Okay.
But no, I think the whole thing is that probably some people didn't want to do it because they didn't want to commit to it, like you said. So we're gonna hopefully extend it for that other week and maybe even post another post and emphasize like you don't have to talk to us again if you don't want.
Right. We just want to farm you for content.
Yeah, you don't even have to talk to us once. We'll just farm your content.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll probably talk to me when I reach out and like, hey, please make a video so I can farm you. But other than that, you won't have to talk to any of us ever again.
Yeah, in fact, if you make the video now, Z won't have to talk to you.
True. Get in on the ground floor. Okay. So that being said, let's get into our names. I feel like I know mine and Lion Eagles, where we got our names from. But Curly,
Yeah.
where does the name come from?
The reason I wanted to talk about
And
this
like
in
why you got
particular-
into Twitch in general. Yeah, like you said. Sorry.
the reason I want to talk about it in general, because it gives us a good little introduction into the mindset of the human beings that we are.
True.
We look at it and you go, why did you do what you're doing, and why do you have the name you have? Mine is
Mine's behind
really, mine's really not that interesting. When I was a young chapper, I had an afro by default. That was my default skin in life that I was born with.
Mhm.
And I was like, yo, I'm really creative and I would like my username on RuneScape to be Curly. However, believe it or not, someone else in the world also had curly hair. So I decided to take that username. So I was like, yo,
800 other people had that username.
800 other people happen to have curly hair and play RuneScape, and RuneScape suggested that I should be the 801st one. And I was like, that's kind of hype, and it's literally stuck since I've been like 7 or whatever RuneScape whenever I played it, like way back in the day. And it's just stuck, and I've used it for everything. But someone I spoke to once thought it was me trying to say curly boy, and I was like, you know, I should really rebrand. That's
That's true. I've not really considered it until now, but yeah, it is the sort of numerical boy, isn't it?
Mhm. So if it ever comes to it and I get cancelled, I'm gonna rebrand.
Hell yeah.
Perfect.
What about you, Lan Eagle?
I guess
actually don't.
what got you into streaming and wanting to stream?
Oh, what got me into streaming? I was subbed to Minx for way too long and still am. And I was like, yo,
queen.
she has a funny accent, and people on the internet like people with different accents. And
True. You got
yeah,
the Irish.
I'll try that. Yeah, well,
Irish in quotes. I know she's real, not real. She's default Irish. You're Northern Irish. There's a difference. I'm aware.
yeah. She also called everyone from Northern Ireland fake Irish, so you know what it is. I don't
Ooh.
care. Yeah, well, that's my opinion also, but
Oh, you consider yourself
Um,
fake Irish?
well, no,
Is
I
it just because you
consider
don't want to be
myself Irish at
associated?
all.
Yeah, you don't want to be associated with Irish.
Yeah, well, let's not talk about it too much. But
No, let's get super political on the first episode.
that's not.
So what do you guys think about Mitch McConnell not letting us gut the filibuster to be able
Anyway,
to pass
so I was
voting rights
watching a
act?
Minx. I was watching a Minx stream, and I was like, "Yo, she's kind of hype. I think I could do this." And then I did it, and was way less successful. And I've done it for like a year and a half now. I was talking to Land Eagle. I got my affiliate approval email on October 14th, 2020,
There it is.
at 1:30 a.m. my time. And yeah, I've been streaming for. It's gonna come up to 2 years in a few months. I'm fairly sure.
Sheesh. I mean, it would be October, I'd assume. So you got like
No,
8 months.
because it took me a lot. Believe it or not, see,
Oh.
it takes the average human being with no clout, takes quite a while to get followers. It took me, I think, about 4 or 5 streams to get someone that wasn't the person I knew in real life to follow my stream.
Let's go. Imagine not having won an internet game show before starting streaming. Like, I can't imagine why you would do that.
Imagine.
Yeah, that is always the hardest part, though, moving away from those people you already know.
Yeah, I've just now recently started to realize I've got like 3 or 4 people that I like don't know in real life that tune into my streams pretty regularly. I'm like, let's fucking go. Shout out Hindu guy.
I don't count.
I would say I know the task manager people in real life. Like we're all friends. We interact on a fairly regular basis. So I don't count you guys because it's the same thing as like having my like friends from like high school tune in my eyes anyway.
Mm-hmm. I feel you. So yeah, I have a few people that occasionally pop in from time to time, but yeah, it took me ages to really get consistent with it. Before Stanz thing, the most people I ever had watching was 30, and I barely remembered because I was completely paralytic drunk and threw up in my bath. And that's a story for another day.
Did you ever save this VOD? Because you reference this stream all the time, and I just want to witness the glory.
There's a few clips of me just like singing.
Hell yeah.
And talk like there's a guy who is clearly a Photoshop, like it's like a woman with a guy's face photoshopped on it, and I just didn't realize that because I was staring at the photo for way too long and put it on screen and look at it. I can't remember the context, but
You're
it was
like,
there.
She kind of cute though.
Yo.
Yo.
Send me those digits. But yeah, that's why I streamed, I guess, and then I guess I did it a little bit more, and then started doing Task Manager and ran into you lot, and yeah, we're here now.
We're here now.
Yeah, I guess from that
Mhm.
respect, that's more so why you count task manager people as like outsider followers, whereas Z doesn't and I don't, because our main growth and boom from the beginning was from that task manager appeal. So that felt like our friends are coming in and tuning in, but whereas you grew through that task manager, but you were already an established streamer doing streams.
Is this true? You're
Yeah.
the only one of us who streamed pre-Task Manager.
Yeah.
I did, but to like me.
Well, you went live on Discord and watched yourself.
Let's go.
Yeah, no, I think I even streamed before Stanz went full time, so I'm actually real OG.
Damn.
So this should be like the curly leeches, right? And we should get Stanz in here.
True.
Yeah, exactly.
Curly
That's why he
3K.
follows me.
Curly 3K, I love it.
All right, Liney,
Yeah.
how about yourself? First and foremost, where does the name come from? I feel like I know it, but I want to. Do you want me to guess, or do you want to just say it, and then I'll tell you if I was right or not?
I'll just say it, because you steal my thunder just saying it if you get it right.
True.
So my surname, gonna dox myself, is Griffin. That's
Gasp.
So then, if you take the two animal parts of Griffin, a lion and an eagle, that's where that name comes from.
Hey, I was right.
Um,
Yes, I remember I texted you about this when I was having you edit the first episode of Cooking with Vincent, because
Yes.
you had like sent me your email so I could send you payment or whatever, and I was like, oh, Griffin, it's like a lion eagle in it.
Yeah.
Well, that says a lot about my intelligence. I had no clue.
So,
Were you born in the year 2225? Yeah.
Yeah, that's also true.
He's actually from the future.
You think Cyberpunk was weird? Jeez, wait until
Jeez.
2025.
The Land Eagle verse.
No, but so the Lion Eagle predates the 2225 by some substantial amount. Because Lion Eagle was used for the old browser game Adventure Quest. Was what I used that for. Don't know if any of you ever played that one.
Yes.
But yeah, I used it for that. And then I think I ended up using it in Minecraft as well.
Poggies.
And then I got Xbox, and then I don't know why I didn't just take Lion Eagle, but I wanted to add something else to it. So the 2225 actually comes from the fact that I created the Xbox Live account at 25 minutes past 10 at night. That's literally where that comes from. It comes from the time the account was created.
So why did you keep the 2225 like once you moved on to like Twitch and YouTube and stuff like that?
So everyone just got used to having the 2225. So when I was playing with people online, it was Lion Eagle 2225. It actually, I'm not sure if the underscore came in later or if that was from different accounts and things like that, and remaking accounts and needing new things. Actually, the current Xbox Live account I have isn't 2225 because I lost that old account.
In the
But yeah,
arms
so
of the angel.
yeah, I think I actually own both the Twitch accounts of Lion Eagle 2225 and Lion Eagle 22_25 as well. So
Gotta protect the brand.
yeah. But yeah, so that's really where that came from. And then wanting to stream. So I got interested in YouTubers and streaming. It must have been at the age of like 12 when I started watching the Yogscast.
Okay.
And then from there, I discovered Achievement Hunter, and then it just sort of snowballed from there, finding different online groups. And then all
like
that time, I
Pogscast,
saw
am I
them
right?
do their exactly. And then from there, I saw the Yogscast do their Christmas live streams, and then they sort of moved to doing some more live stream content. And I was like, oh, this is quite fun, because at that point, I was still doing sort of media studies and editing, but I was like, I can't create videos. I don't have any of the software. But then I was like, live streaming, you don't have to do any of that. So I was like, maybe I could do that one day. And I always had this thing of like wanting to make videos. So that really led into that. But then it was while I was at uni, I met someone who I do streams with called Straw Hat Hippie. And he streamed on rare occasion while we were at uni. And then once we left uni, he started streaming a lot more. And then I was like, oh, I can do this now. I have a computer that can do this. I wanted to do this when I was younger. So then I did a few streams. I basically copied a bit of his content. So his viewers would be interested in seeing what I did. It didn't work all too well. Some of them have only just started following me. But yeah, so, and then before working for Stanz, I did a little bit of streaming. I streamed a couple of Pokemon Nuzlocks with a group of people, which is really cool. I still talk to those people now. And then, yeah, then got the editing gig with Stanz through singing a Billy Joel parody song, and then got to know you guys.
Like
and
we
then
all
it
do.
was like, yeah, like everyone does. It's the only way you get a job really nowadays. It's not who you know, it's what lyrics you know. But yeah, so then through Task Manager, and then seeing you guys stream again, and then you invited me to the tournament with Sap. I was like, oh well, I better get set up again.
There it is.
So yeah, that genuinely the reason why I stream currently is because you invited me to the Sap tournament.
So I made you. Got it.
Stanz made me. He was my 50th follower.
That is so hype. I am also the only one who doesn't have a Stanz or a Rochelle follow, and I'm very upset about it.
Yeah, I can't actually remember when Rochelle followed. I'm fairly sure it was after Stanz, but yeah, I've got both of them.
Cringe. They both hate me. I unironically thought that Stanz did not like me for a long time. Like I thought that like he thought I was good for content for Task Manager, but like I just thought he just like didn't like me because like while Task Manager was going on, like in the early days, every time I'd hop in chat, he'd be like, "Oh my god, it's Soda Z," and then he'd like talk, like acknowledge me at least. And then he just like stopped doing that, and then I was like, "Oh, does he like not like me anymore?" And then like I a couple of my tasks started getting like rated like lower than I thought that he would normally have given, and I was like, "Does Sans actually just not like me?"
Yeah, and in that finale, he was trying to just make up any excuse for someone else to win. It was like,
Right.
No, Stanz is just like that. He just doesn't always see everything. I mean, I went in and said hello today, and I'm his editor, and I talked to him. I'm not personally friends with him, but I talked to him more than other people, and he still like don't know what me and the only people who said hello with like mods and things.
Right.
But and that's just the way it is. It's just even if he sees the message, it's maybe not always right for the content to be saying hi to everyone who jumps into chat or however it was. But yeah,
right.
It's like imagine competing in 9 weeks in Task Manager and then getting said, "Oh, that guy only competed 1 week."
Would be kind of
Very true.
crink. But I guess
Yeah.
part of that was also just me like getting kind of lost in the parasocial sauce because like despite me having his name tattooed on him, not a parasocial Andy, promise. But I guess that was like I don't know. I guess I just overvalued my clout. Also, hello, hi there. You have a question for you all. Would we rather read or get cucked by Peter Griffin? I don't know.
Wait, one sec.
Right.
What's Das Cocktail?
Googling.
It's either a German book about getting cucked, or it's like a Knuckles parody.
I hope it's a Knuckles parody.
I hope it's a Knuckles parody as well.
that's capital. I've not seen anything that I can.
I am also not seeing anything.
It's a IMDb short from 2004.
Oh, word.
Not a-
That being said, I would love to have Peter Griffin cuck me, just in general. So
Sex is a sin.
Yeah, I gotta say,
I said earlier, and I hold by that statement.
I mean, I don't know what it is, so unless it's some sort of book that kills you from reading
Sex.
it, I'd rather
You don't
read a
know-
book.
You don't know what that is? Nothing doesn't matter.
Even if it's like the most gratuitous book I've ever read, I'd still rather read a book than be a cuckold. So,
kind of crink.
but anyway, speaking of cuckolds, Z, where did your nickname come from?
Wow. So surprise, surprise. I also did mine based off of my name. My name, for those who don't know, is Vincent, but it's spelled fucky. And I get annoyed when people spell my name wrong because like I will like work with people for like 3 or 4 years and they'll still spell my name wrong. And I was like, hey, what the fuck? Like it just feels disrespectful. After a certain point, like obviously when we're first starting out getting to know me, of course you're gonna spell my name wrong. I wouldn't expect people to just like get it off rip. Although sometimes we're like, oh, it's Vincent with a Z, but like, oh, that's cool, and then they just like remember because it's just like different. But like after a certain extent, I'm like, I feel like you should know this. So I unironically had a flip phone until 2016, and And then when I got my smartphone and I like made my Snapchat and my Instagram and stuff, I was like, let's be a petty little bitch. And so I was like, hey, notice the Z in my name, please. And that is where notice the Z comes from. And then
Your account name is quite late to the game then.
it is.
Have you ever
did you have
considered
names
spelling
before
just
then?
correctly?
I haven't, because every Vincent with a C I've met just fucking annoying, and I can't handle them. I have never met a Vincent where I'm like, oh, this is a cool person worth being friends with. Which, to be fair, that's probably what most people think of when they meet me, because I'm kind of just a lot in general. Which is fair. I get it. Whenever people are like distance themselves from me, I was like, yeah, that's fair. But yeah, and
How many other Vincents have you met with a Z though?
I know of two Vincents with a Z. Z.
Mm.
One is my ex-girlfriend's grandpa who lives in like Canada. He's apparently a Vincent with a Z. And then when I was doing chess in high school, in third grade, he was in the K3 division. I don't know if he was a third grader, but his name was Vincent Gambino, also with a Z, also a Vincent G even. And he won the division, whereas I never got a solo trophy on my own, which is like top 10 gets solo trophies.
I
So
don't know what the K3 division is, but it sounds like some sort of military chess rank. Like literally, they're like breaking up all these child soldiers and teaching them chess. They're in
it's
the
kindergarten
K3
through third
division?
grade. So like,
Oh.
yeah. It goes K3, K8, and then K12, just for like elementary school, middle school, and like high school.
Okay.
No context, it does sound like a military like grade. Like they're in the K3. They have the highest chess elo, so they
Right.
get put in the K3 ranks.
Bro, what's actually scary as shit is when you see like a little kid in the K12 division. 'Cause you're like, oh, they're too good to play in their own division, so they got forced to move up to the K12 division. So like going against a kid in chess tournament, actually terrifying. Like I'm about to get rolled.
I always felt that way about like those kids that got moved up a year in school.
Yeah.
I always felt like they were, even though they have all the same opportunity to learn as you, I always just felt like they were going to be way smarter, and they normally were, to be fair.
To be fair.
But it was always just intimidating, and I also felt bad. There was a guy in my school who got moved up a year, and he, like when we all turned 18, or well, he was supposed to be in my year, but got moved up. Like everyone turned 18 and went out drinking, and he just was a year behind. And I was like, oh man, like they're the best years. The 18, you don't know what alcohol is, and it doesn't taste bad yet, and you just consume it.
It doesn't taste bad yet. What are you talking about? That's when it tastes the worst, is when you're first getting into alcohol.
No, it doesn't, because you're naive and you're like, I have to consume it all and don't question about it because it doesn't come around often.
See,
like there's things I can't drink now because I have PTSD of like drinking them when I was younger.
Fair.
Like that's like maybe a UK culture thing, but
I had quite a different experience. I am what you would call a pussy. And I didn't get drunk for the first time until 3 months after my 21st birthday. I just never wanted to drink when growing up, because like there was plenty of times I'd like go to parties, people would be like drinking, smoking, doing whatever, and I was just like, yeah, it just isn't my cup of tea. I'm having a good time without being drunk, so why would I want to be drunk? And then we started drinking, and now we drink an amount. But yeah, so I don't like I don't know, being 21 and then like having like beer and stuff for the first time, I was like, this is fucking awful. And then like the more I've drank beer, the more I'm like, beer's kind of pog.
Yeah, I'm still not the beer is pog stage.
It's like certain beers. Mexican beer hits different. That shit's so fucking good. Modelo, Corona, Dos Equis, any of them. Mwah, chef's kiss.
I despise beer with a burning passion.
Yeah, there are some lagers that I can tolerate drinking some of, but that's about it.
With me,
The last time I had a beer, I think I was 17, and I was already very, very drunk, and I was at a pub with a bunch of other people that were younger than me. I don't know how everyone was getting served, but I was just walking around, and some guy just handed me a beer, and because I was already drunk, I just drank the whole thing, and I went, yucky. That wasn't nice.
That is my strat though. I'll usually like start off with like some seltzers or like a shot or something, and then like once I'm like 2 or 3 drinks deep, then I'll start drinking beer, because it's definitely a lot more tolerable once you're already drunk.
Sounds like the reverse for me though. What I do is I'll like drink about 5 or 6 tins of whatever, and then I'll move on to the stuff I don't like because I'm already a little drunk.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'll start off.
But I like the hard stuff though. Like I'll be like, right, boom, 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 few beers to warm up. on the hard. Like I guess it depends what it is, because in the UK, I guess generally there's much more of a, I guess, binge culture to some degree.
Mm.
Because like most people, like not most people, whenever I was younger, like the existence of going out was to exclusively get fucking wrecked. There was no like, we're gonna go out and have a nice little drink and have a nice time and have a chat. It was like, I'm gonna get drunk and wake up in the morning and have to get someone to recall my whole night for me.
Yeah, that is like the goal of the night out, is to not remember the night out.
And then everyone go, "Oh, do you remember that?" I'm like, "No, I don't remember that."
If I remember doing that level of drinking, it's either like at my house or like at like a friend's house, like for a party. I'm never gonna like go to a bar to get that level of drunk, because one, that's just expensive, and then two, I'm not in the safety of the house.
Hey, you used to have to like tip people as well. It's cringe. And also, the reason I probably wouldn't want to do it in America is because guns.
I don't know, as someone who lives ghetto adjacent, I feel like it's not that bad. Because I've lived in the ghetto most of my life, just because, you know, cheap rent. But I'm currently ghetto adjacent. We're on the climb, boys. Soon we'll live in not a part of town where I hear gunshots every night. But until then, I have a wild fucking story about where I live, actually. Fucking, I was on my way to the bus one time, and I'm like one of like two people that walk in these apartments. And so I was walking towards the bus stop, and I hear footsteps behind me. I was like, oh, that's weird. Most people are like driving. I turn, I see a guy. I'm like, all right, cool. No, it is what it is. I go back to looking at my phone. He rushes past me, and as he rushes past me, I see that he's got a gun in his left hand. I'm like, oh, all right, that's interesting. I'm just gonna keep walking, minding my business, because I need to catch the fucking bus so I can go to work. There's a car parked at the bottom of the hill, and the dude, he like walks up to the car, leans in through the or like the passenger window, like gun first, and I hear him yell something about like, "What the fuck did you say about me?" And then the car just drives off with the dude like leaning through the window. He takes like 3 or 4 steps, and then he like falls out of the window, and he dropped his gun in the car, and then proceeds to get fucking mad at the car driving off that they stole his gun. I was like, you are one of the dumbest motherfuckers I have ever seen in my life.
That's honestly crazy. The fact that you could just like walk past someone with a gun.
Yeah, that's America, baby. And then
Yeah,
fucking
in the UK, we get a little bit stressed out if we see police officers with guns. We're just like, oh, something.
well,
Well,
to be fair, we also
well,
get
to be
stressed out
fair-
when we see police officers
Well,
with
that's
guns.
yeah, that's
To
true.
be fair, in England, most police officers don't have a gun. In Northern Ireland, all police officers have a gun.
Oh, is that right? Do they must have guns in Northern Ireland?
Yeah, because the
I mean,
trouble.
I understand, but yeah.
It'd be like that. But yeah, and then thankfully I had my mask on, just because I normally don't have it when I'm walking around outside, but like on my way to the bus stop, they're gonna make me put it on to get on the bus anyway, so like I might as well have it for like the minute it takes to walk from my apartment to the bus stop. And I'm so glad I had it on, because I was like, once I realized like I wasn't about to watch someone get shot, I immediately was like, this is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my fucking life. And had like a big fucking like smirk, trying to hold back laughter. And he fucking just like looks at me, and I'm just like looking down at my phone trying not to laugh. So shout out to masks for concealing the shit-eating grin I had on my face.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to. Well, we recently dropped the whole needing of masks in the UK, but when we had
Because-
them, if we were off out somewhere, then I would just wear the mask anyway, like because I knew I'd wear it when I was in there, and like especially in winter when it's cold anyway, I was like, oh, just have a warm face.
Yeah,
Boris is panicking.
in Kansas City, we have dropped the mask mandate like citywide. But like I just still wear mine, because we're still at like 900,000 new cases a day. I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
gonna just continue to try and not get COVID. However, my work does have it mandatory, which is cool, because I go to a public university, but I work at a private university. And so at my school where I go to school, it's not required, but like most people do anyway, except for like 2 fucking chuds that always want to sit next to me in fucking class. I'm like, bro, fuck off. But at work, it's mandatory still, because they're like, hey, fuck you if you want to come to our. We're a private business. We can tell you to wear a fucking mask, chuds. I was like, hell yeah. So shout out to my work for making it mandatory still. A big preach.
That is good.
Because they don't want to have to fucking ship everyone to online classes, because they're a private university, they lost so much fucking money having to send kids to kids to online class. So they're trying everything they can to force us to stay on campus. They canceled spring break last year. They're like, we don't trust you fucks to not go get COVID on spring break, so we're just gonna end the school year like 3 weeks early and not give you a spring break.
That's just a longer spring break.
Exactly.
What does that mean? What is spring break?
It's
Is
like
it just a break in the semester and then you come back?
yeah, like
That's
it's
what I
like
thought it
usually
was.
like mid March to like the start of April. It's like
Like
2 weeks off
Easter?
of school. Yeah, you get like 2 weeks off.
Oh, it's
Just to
Easter.
it's kind of Easter. Yeah,
Yeah.
Easter usually falls on it. My school always past Easter because they're like we start ours like first week of April, and then like we get back from spring break. It's like all right, you have 2 weeks of classes until final. So I'm like, why? This is stressful, if anything. But yeah,
Yeah, I guess the whole schooling confuses me in America. Just the existence of 3 stages or 4, I guess, if you include kindergarten. It just why move at like such a random bit in the middle? I don't get it.
yeah,
I
because
mean,
it's
we
Don't
used to
make me-
have 3 stages of schooling in the UK, or at least in England.
well,
Well,
'cause-
no, but I mean the whole middle school thing. It just confuses me.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
we used
sixth,
to have
seventh, and eighth
elements of
grade
middle
makes no
schools and
sense
stuff.
to be its own thing. But I guess to be
And
fair,
also
like
there was-
you wouldn't want sixth graders hanging out with kindergartners, and you also wouldn't want sixth graders hanging out with like seniors in high school. So like it kind of makes
what's a
sense.
sixth grader?
Sixth graders would be like your seventh year. So
Okay,
like
Which is
yeah, so
like 12,
so
13.
seventh, so year sevens would hang out with what would be in the same school as year 11. So I guess using that logic, it would be
Well, we have 12 years. I don't know if you guys have
sixth
12
and
or not.
10th grade.
yeah. So we have like kindergarten kind of in the Northern Ireland we call it like nursery school, right?
Yeah,
Where you go
nursery,
when
so that
you
would be
So that's
when
different. We
children
have
are-
preschool, which is like for 3 and 4 year olds, and then kindergarten is usually like 4 or 5, and that's technically like year one
okay.
for you guys would be kindergarten for us.
yeah
Okay.
yeah
So the way that we have it, at least where I'm from, it's you would have nursery for 3, 4 year olds.
Mm.
4, 5
Mhm.
would be the school year called reception.
Mm.
That's like you wouldn't like. It's like how everything in the UK. We don't start from 1. We start from 0.
Of course.
we start from one over here.
Yeah. Then year 1 would be 5, 6, 7 year olds, and then you would go on 3, 4, 5,
Hmm.
and then you would go to 11, which would be the end of high school or secondary school, depending on where you are. Mine was called a high school when I went there.
See, that's weird. We have
And
12
then-
years for schooling.
So then we do college, or sixth form, depending on what you go to,
Mm.
which is 2 years of additional schooling in a different establishment, and then you go to university. If you go to university.
So I only ever went to 2 schools in my life. How my school worked was I had primary school. Technically, I went to nursery, but it was in the same primary school. It was just an extra building where
Yeah.
3 to 4 year olds went, and then I went from P1 to P7, so 7 years in my primary school,
Mm.
and then I went to secondary school, which I went to one called the grammar school, which is just I'll not
Rich boy
bother
Curly over here
explaining it.
going to private schools.
No, we don't have private schools. We only have one private school in the whole Northern Ireland, but it's kind of like the equivalent of private school, but free.
Hell yeah.
So it's like if you're smart enough, you go kind of thing. I was
Yeah,
I was the
that's how it
stupidest of the
used to be
smartest.
in England. In England, we used to have 2 separate schools. That was like grammar school and like a little not as like refined school. Literally in the town I live in had both. So
Yeah,
it's like
but-
you hit a certain grade category, you go to this better education system, really. So it's like, if you do better, you get better.
Uh,
Did England have like
Don't-
gifted schools, like or like gifted classes for like the smart kids?
To an extent, like we would have like there's like different classes, like different sets of like you would be broken up into like different sets of children in the secondary school. In
have pay to win.
primary school, it would be 2 classes, but they weren't separated by levels of intelligence or levels of progression. They would just be random, and then when you get into secondary school, that's when it would be. I think in my school it was quite a large one. There was the classes were split up into 6, so your year group was split up into 6 for like English, math, science. And then there'd be 2 of the lowest tier, 2 of the middle tier, and 2 of the highest tier.
That's generally
Who
how it
would
works.
learn at like different levels. And then when it came to exam period, it was the people in the 2 lowest, not the middle one, just the 2 low groups. The 4 people in the higher ones would sit the higher exam, so you were able to get A's and A stars. which is like I guess like an A plus. And then the two in the lower would only be able to get a C as a maximum because
Was
their test was easier.
it was technically possible for them to get B's and A's, but they literally had to like 100% it. Like they
Right.
literally had to get full marks, which never really happened too much because they would normally
Yeah.
just be put up to the better class
Right.
if they were that. If they were that,
Yeah, if they were able to do that, then they would. Yeah, so I never
It-
really got that because it's like, what? Surely you just you're not allowing students to get those higher
it's
grades. if you
it's
don't do that.
normally for the. They only really did it for the core subjects in my school. There was like only a few
Yeah,
people did
true.
that. It was mainly maths because some people just don't know how to do maths, and which is fair.
Mm.
And then they would do the lower one just so they can get a C. Because in the UK, basically, you have to have 5 normally. Obviously, it's not exact, but you would have to have 5 GCSEs, which is like I don't even know what that is in America. It's hard to explain, but you'd have to have at least 5, and you have to have C in English and Maths. So they do that on purpose, make the sort of easier one, and go,
Yeah,
as long as you don't completely fuck it, you'll get a C, which is the minimum you need to get any job.
Right.
yeah. That's one of the good things about going to university is that I no longer need to say what GCSEs I did because I needed to get them to get to uni.
Yeah, I have 11 and a half GCSEs, and I forget them so much. And I'm like,
Yeah,
yeah,
like
I've done
I,
this,
I forget
this.
what because I did science on different merits. I did so I can't remember what I got for biology, what I did for physics, what I did for
I
chemistry. I
dropped
can't remember
physics, thank fuck.
English lit and English language. No idea
Yes.
which one I was better at.
Oh, fuck.
So yeah, just now I don't need to remember that information because there was one that like I did very well and one that I did okay. So now I don't need to remember which one's which because I just say I've got a degree, which means I've got the right things to get a degree.
Yeah, exactly. And no one thing I despise about the American education system is why the hell when you go to university to study, let's just say as an example, architecture, do
Sure.
they make you do maths classes and fucking English classes and shit for
Good
credits or
question.
whatever?
It is so
That's
fucking
so
cringe.
stupid.
Yeah.
It's
Like
true.
I did a business with accounting degree at uni, right?
Hmm.
And at no point did they go, "You're gonna have to fucking read Shakespeare." Like at no point, like they were like, "Okay, you're doing like marketing, you're doing this, you're doing things that are relevant to what you're discussing." And a friend of mine, he's in community college at the minute. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm really struggling with my like fucking like Latin class or something." I was like, "Why the fuck are you doing Latin?
Yeah.
It's not even related to what the fuck you're doing." And he's like, "Oh, you have to for credit." And I'm like, "What a waste of time."
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like,
it's strange.
Yeah,
like,
I have like a
ugh.
bunch of like general electives you have to take. Like we had to take a morals class, which was interesting. We had to take one finance class, and then there was like English and then like 2 levels of math or some shit. But I'm filling the rest of my credits with environmental science classes, so that way I can get an environmental sustainability minor to go with my marketing degree because it sounds
Okay,
cool.
you're doing marketing.
Yeah,
Okay, right. I
I'm
was like, what are
literally
you
young
exactly
patriarch.
doing? I forgot you were. Yeah, I remember you mentioned it before.
Yeah.
But like, it's such a like stupid system. And he was explaining it to me, and I was like, that'd be crazy. Imagine like me doing my business accounting degree and go, oh yeah, you're gonna like not learn how to like do actual accounting or any business thing, and you're gonna spend, like a certain amount of your week learning like or writing a paragraph about fucking Shakespeare plays and Macbeth or whatever.
Yeah,
Like, what a waste of time. Like, that's kind of one thing I praise the UK system for is whenever you're like the whole thing with GCSEs, which is like, I guess a high school diploma, I guess is the
Yeah, it's
equivalent
something
of
I was like we don't really have like we don't
Yeah.
count what credits or like what courses we took. We just you have to get a diploma, which is basically like a degree from high school. And then having your diploma will just like people know that you've didn't suck shit in high school,
Mm-hmm.
or
Yeah.
Like,
not that you didn't suck
what
shit,
a-
but that you sucked not enough shit to be able to graduate.
mhm.
Because
So
the
like
bar
for
is
us,
very low for graduating high school in America.
it's fair. But like generally, the equivalent of that, I guess, is 5 GCSEs
Mm.
because that's like the bare minimum. But like most people do like 7 or 8, I think.
78, that's so many.
Maybe
How do you even take that many classes in 4 years?
No, 728.
7 to 8. Is that fair? And then I go because I did more, but I don't know what they are. Like, I'm not saying like I'm the most intelligent human being in the world. I just know my school did more than they should have.
Well, yeah. So actually, my school went through like a weird shift. So I don't know if you call them the same things, but when you took extra classes, you would call them options.
Mm.
That was the terminology we used. So the way that it used to work is that once you got into year 10 or P10, I guess for you.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no, it'd be P11, I guess,
We're
because you
set.
got the
We're
extra
like
one.
so we go from P1 to 7, then it becomes first form, second form, third form, fifth form, and
Yeah.
then lower sixth
So
and
then,
upper sixth.
Wait. Oh, right. Yeah. So we have sick form, but we don't go
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
We do. Yeah, we do.
form.
Well, we do.
That's really funny. But yeah. So we in year 10 of our thing, which would be I want to say 14, no, 13, 14 years old, something like that. But basically, it goes the start of high school when you're 11, 12 is 7, so then 8, 9, 10. So yeah, a few more years than that actually. But then that's right. You 10, 11 when you go to high school. I can't remember.
Oh, who cares? We'll spend
But
6
yeah.
years thinking about it.
Yeah. So in year 10, you take options and you would pick 4, and then that is when all of those options would take place, and you would do them over the space of 2 years. But then what they did for our group was that the top, I think, 100 students, which I fell into the bracket of, when we hit year 9,
Mm.
would pick 2 to do in the year, and then we'd have to do them over the space of 1 year. And then in year 10, when we got into year 10, we would do 2 more, and then when we got into year 11, we would do 2 more. And the idea was that it allowed us to get 6 extra option
Mhm.
GCSEs out there. Whereas what it actually meant was that a lot of people failed because they only had 1 year to do a bunch of core stuff.
But then you go to sixth form, Z, which I guess
Yeah.
is like I don't know what that is. I don't know what the
How old are you in
comparison
sixth
is.
form?
16, 17, 18.
Oh God, yeah, that would be like
you
high school
hit
for us. Yeah.
18. Yeah, you hit 18 just as you sort of leave college or sixth
Mhm.
form.
Yeah, that's like same for us. Freshmen are usually like 13, 14, and then sophomores are like 15, 16, juniors are like 16, 17, and then seniors are 17, 18.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons why the idea of a school person in certain video media is even more gross to us, is because you would never see someone who considers themselves a school kid to be of legal age.
Fair.
Yeah. The whole so see, like whenever you get the upper sixth and lower sixth, you do A levels, right? And I did 4 originally, and then when I got the upper sixth, I just cut down and did 3. But like I think it's crazy how in America it's not done that way. It's actually crazy how like you have to like have such such a wide spectrum of subject matters. Like when I was in my last 2 years of school before university, I did 3 topics basically. I did maths, economics, and business studies, and then a little bit German.
My senior year,
That's even better than I had.
I only took like half a day basically, because the other half a day I spent at like a vocational film school, which was kind of hype actually. Something that they offered over in Raytown where I went. But yeah, I had like literally 3 classes. I had a mandatory English class because you have to have 4 English credits. I had a math class just for fun at that point. I had already taken 3 levels of math, but I wanted to take a college level math class so that way I'd like have the credit for it when I graduated. I took an art class, and then I was a TA, where I would just go grade papers for my DM now currently. He
EA teaching assistant.
Yes, teaching assistant.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
not the
would
territorial army. Yeah.
we would just damn, I could be in the army. You don't know that. Actually, in high school, I wanted to do the army a lot, actually, and then I've become the most anti-American pilled person I know. So I'm like, yo, fuck doing the army.
Yeah. Fuck America.
Fuck America. But yeah, so I had English, math, art. I was a TA where I just dicked around most of the time because if there was like no assignments to grade, I would just like play Pokemon on my DS. And then I would go to film school for like the second half of the day, where I basically just made YouTube videos for class, and it was Pog.
These are the ones we were reviewing the other day. Is that what they were?
Those were the ones we were reviewing the other day. Killing
Yeah.
Private Ryan, the greatest silent horror film to ever be put to YouTube.
I think we should stop talking about the education system because I could go down a massive rabbit hole. We could be here all day.
Yeah. That's
So, something very interesting happened earlier this week. Me and Lion Eagle have been giving Curly so much shit for his love for Blizzard games. He loves Warcraft and World of Warcraft. And then, is there another one he plays, or is it just Warcraft?
Mainly just WoW. I play the 2 versions of World of Warcraft
Yeah.
more than I should.
And then don't remember, I'm not without fault. I have streamed Overwatch a couple of times on the stream. I play WoW with my dad. I also give my dad a bunch of shit about
Wow,
wanting
what
to
is
support
it like
Blizzard.
hating women, you two?
True. We do notice the
What's a
woman hater.
woman?
Woman hater
I don't
801, am I right?
Yeah, I don't even see women in.
But shout outs to Microsoft for buying Activision Blizzard for 69.7 billion. Oh no, 59.7 billion.
It is 68.7 billion. If you
Six,
scroll
it's
down in the
almost
document,
69. That's what
it is
is.
there.
That's actually cringe that they didn't go for the 69.
Yeah,
Right.
but because they would have got backlash. Blizzard being bought for the sex number, they would have loved that too much.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, actually, Blizzard they
They were
offered
like, please.
69. They offered 69, and Blizzard was like, actually, can we take a little bit off of that? So it's
Yeah,
not.
that's bad. That's PR, and then they
We're trying
send
to
it like
distance ourselves from sex at the moment.
yeah, they send the Urban Dictionary like definition of 69 to Microsoft, Mr. Microsoft, and he's like, "Oh, is that what that?" And they're like, "Yeah, we can't go with that, dude."
Mr. Microsoft, do you mean Bill fucking Gates?
No, I mean Mr. Microsoft. They're
Bill Gates is Mr. Microsoft.
Secret.
No, you don't. It's like Pepsi Man, like Mr. Microsoft. You haven't
Okay.
seen him?
It's the Microsoft mascot.
Oh yeah, it's like
Yeah,
Duff
yeah.
Man, yeah.
Exactly, Mr. Microsoft.
Mr. Microsoft.
He's gonna be a part of the Marvel, the MCU soon. You just haven't seen him yet.
Sheesh.
I think he already was, but you just don't know who he is yet.
Well, no, he has to
Yeah,
replace Tony
exactly.
Stark as like the new tech
Like a
genius in
Skrull.
town.
True.
Iron Man and Mr. Microsoft work together to take down some other company that cannot be named legally.
But yeah, and so with this acquisition, Bobby Kotick, the like current guy in charge of Activision Blizzard, is like, yo, once this shit goes through, I'll step down. So like Pog, yeah, one, he's gonna fucking make it rain because he gets like a fucking like $300 million severance by selling his by selling his Activision Blizzard stock when he leaves. So like the fuckhead still gets a payout, but more importantly, he's not going to be in charge of people anymore, and he won't be creating a toxic, shitty work environment.
Exactly.
Because just a quick recap for those who don't know, is that Activision Blizzard, there was like a lot of sexual harassment going on with like women in the workplace, so much so that like one woman ended up committing suicide as a result of it, and then they joked about it, and it was just really fucking awful and terrible. So thank God that the people that are currently holding positions of power will no longer be holding positions of power once the acquisition goes through. So very pog of Microsoft for saving us from being canceled for liking Blizzard games, because Blizzard makes some really fucking good games. I really like the Diablo series. StarCraft is pog. I didn't realize they owned Candy Crush. That's insane. My dad is double canceled because he fucking loves his Candy Crush.
Yeah, my mum also loves Candy Crush. I think she has spent easily £200 in Candy Crush, and she doesn't like to admit it. And I'm like, "How much have you?" She's like, "It's crazy." Also, I think they're going to be working overtime. They like. Have you ever seen those like shitty memes where it's like whenever the mums catch up in Candy Crush, the devs are like typing out really shit quickly to make up the levels? Like there must be like thousands of Candy Crush levels at this point.
Yeah, my dad, he's on like level like 1500, I think.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know. Like I can just like some adults don't know how to use a phone, but yet they can do like master level Candy Crush levels. I respect it, but hate it all at the same time.
It's like those mobile game ads where it's like how the mum plays, how the dad plays, or whatever. It's just like one of them playing like an absolute legend.
Do you know what one game always gets me with those mobile games? You know the one where it's like the pole slides out and then the gold falls down, and then another pole, another pole slide out.
Near. Thanks for the Z-Bucks. I will be hydrating.
And then the lava like pours on the gold. To be fair, it makes me want to download the game. I never have, but I want to be like, don't pull the lava first, you idiot. That's gonna burn the gold.
Yeah, they come in too far. There's always one where it's like super obvious what you're meant to do, and you're like, oh, just give it here. Just let me do it. And then there's also the kind where it's like, there's no way of doing this. Like you look at it, and there just isn't a way. Like,
and it makes me want to download it to go. There must be something else I'm not seeing here. Is there another pole that I'm supposed to pull out?
Yeah, it's actually mad that the IPs that Microsoft's going to hold if this does go through, which I'm fairly sure is certain to go through.
It'll also do works,
doubt, but I don't think it's going to have an issue.
It should probably do works for the console wars as well in general. Like Call of Duty is not gonna I don't play the games, but I know a lot of people play Call of Duty, and it could end up being a Microsoft exclusive.
Well, that I don't think they would. It's just too profitable.
They could.
Yeah,
I'm saying it could.
It's something they could do, but the thing that people think, like, this is one of the things that people are saying, oh, everything's going to be only on Xbox, but Microsoft are putting their stuff out on other consoles. They've got Minecraft out on PlayStation, and they've got it out on Switch.
Yeah, it's on fucking everything. Your phone.
Yeah, and I know it was in a lot of those places before the Microsoft acquisition, but it wasn't on the later PlayStation devices. It wasn't on the Switch until after that.
Even if it's not exclusively on there, they could technically still hold it back on their end.
They could,
You know what I mean?
definitely do what Sony has done with a lot of releases, where they buy the exclusivity for like 6 months
Mm-hmm.
to
Like
ensure
it,
that the sales mainly go to them. But like, for example, that now, because of the acquisition of Activision Blizzard, they own they own World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft might see some sort of Elder Scrolls Online style console release.
yeah,
They
or
own Spyro, they own Crash Bandicoot now. They can do
yeah.
a return on those two games that came out on PlayStation early.
Yeah, and some there saying in the chat there about the whole Game Pass thing. They could add WoW subscription to Game Pass, and the whole
They
they
could,
could.
yeah.
The thing with WoW at the minute is like you might not play it. I play it quite a bit. Is there's so many microtransactions in it now. It's gone the pure microtransactions. Like they don't release their subscription count anymore, but yet their profits are still rising to a degree because people are paying more than their subscription fee a month on fucking mounts
Yeah.
and cosmetics. And if they add that on like Game Pass and just get more people playing the game, it just takes one person to buy stupid mount that looks like a flying cat or like some armor set with like a purple mohawk. It's just something stupid. And if they just pump all their resources into that, make it free, and get more people playing the game, yeah,
It'd be
I
insane,
don't
man.
like microtransactions, but I understand why they do it because people must be buying them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw this one thing where it was like a fake Sony tweet. They were like, damn, spend all this money for like irrelevant ass games. But like people don't realize like how much fucking money World of Warcraft still generates. It's still like the second
Oh,
or
yeah.
third most profitable game like every single month.
Mm-hmm.
Just behind like I think Final Fantasy 14 has recently taken over. But it was like number one for like literally like 10 straight fucking years of like number one most like actively subscribed to game.
I mean, there's a reason they already had so much money, and I would imagine that the majority reason of that is Game Pass and Minecraft.
Mm.
Are the reasons why they managed to get so much money that they could do this buyout very easily with just, I don't know if anyone saw the market Monday of it, but it showed it, and it's just an insane amount of money.
Mm.
The amount that they could have, apart from they couldn't because of monopoly, they could have bought out Sony.
Yeah.
They had the money
Microsoft
to
has
buy
enough
out
cash on hand to
Sony.
just buy all of Sony.
Yeah.
But also like
They're legally not allowed to, but
Legally not.
but
they could have.
and
And that comes from Minecraft and Game Pass.
Mm.
Whereas now,
well, no,
they've
not
also
even
added
close.
WoW.
Where Microsoft makes their money is in tech, like doing phones, tablets.
Well, true. Very
just
true.
like being Microsoft. Like Xbox, it makes up a very small portion of Microsoft actually.
Yeah.
But they want to beat out Sony, which is why they're just like throwing all of this fucking money that they have into the Game Pass because that's the only value proposition they have. At this point, consoles are like so optimized that like the differences between an Xbox and a PlayStation really just comes down to like the interface and like comfortability with like the controller and stuff. You're gonna get pretty much identical performance out of both. And then so like what it really comes down to is like the exclusives and just like what other value you can add. And the Game Pass is like the only thing that people have because in America the 360 was probably like the dominant console, which is funny because the PS3 was the dominant console literally everywhere else in the world. Like Japan, UK, you guys were all PS3 boys. But the PS3 was kind of cringe in America. Like if you had a PS3, you were kind of a weirdo. But then it flipped the script. PS4 and Xbox One, not even close. The Xbox One is fucking dog shit. I currently own one just because I wanted to upgrade my Netflix machine. So I have a Xbox One that I never use except for like watching Netflix. And I feel like I bought it for only $150. I feel like I wasted $150, even though I paid like a third of retail for it.
I've been an Xbox guy since the 360. I think I was playing like I had a PS1. I didn't have like the original Xbox. I went straight to like 360 and was like, "This is great. I just love it. I love everything about it." Whenever I got it originally, it was like, "Holy shit! I can listen to music and play games at the same time in my headset and hear both the volume. This is crazy." And
Yeah,
even
the
though
360
that's
was fucking
done,
pog. I absolutely loved my 360.
Mm.
Like, it says a lot. I'm fairly sure I played GTA on the 360, the same game that's still getting released to this fucking day. And and because I remember getting the 360, playing GTA on it, and the new console coming out, and being like, I'm not buying GTA again. And I kept my 360 plugged in until I was done with GTA, and then I swapped over. I've just stayed. I haven't, like, the newest Xbox downstairs. I use it nearly exclusively for sports games, which I only play when I'm at work.
Hell yeah.
If anyone from my work is listening, I don't do that.
Of course, not on company time, but like.
Yeah, yeah. When I'm on my break and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. I bought my PC June of last year, and then I have no desire to get a console. The only thing that I really want is because a lot of cool things about being a PC gamer is that everything is like, oh, Sony exclusive and also PC, and you're just like,
yeah.
But the new Ratchet and Clank game is like really the only reason I would ever want a PS5. But it's not worth like the $600 investment.
Yeah.
It's
That
really
Thunder makes.
interesting because
Sorry, go ahead.
no, go on with somebody's point about the stock holds and the constant.
I think it's just great that they're gonna have so many options. I forgot about the Bethesda thing.
I think similar to Call of Duty, I don't think they're gonna make Bethesda games exclusive. I think, like you guys said, maybe for like the first 6 months, but there's no way that they just don't release it on like
I
PC
think
or
that's enough for some people.
PlayStation.
Like, bear in mind,
Mhm.
there's so many casual people that don't need a big PC. Like, if you, like, let's just say Fallout 5, for example, say it gets announced, right?
Mm.
No, as much as it's probably going to be way more optimized to play that on your PC, the average consumer is not going to have a PC that can play that. I don't think I even want to load up Fallout 4 on my PC, and I consider myself to have a half decent PC.
Mm.
Like, that's gonna sway people that love that franchise and are just extreme casuals.
Mm.
And if they even go, if you use the Game Pass, you get this like 2 weeks early, or not even exclusive, early than
Yeah.
everyone else, and like that's it. That's goaty as far as I'm concerned.
Mm. Sorry, Chaps.
Yeah, and I mean the fact that they've got Game Pass Ultimate, so that if you're even interested in the console element of it, there's console and PC. So
Mm-hmm.
the fact that they've moved into the PC marketplace and then Sony hasn't leaves them behind. So and it's just like there's got to be some copycat work going with Sony. They've got to be looking at something where they can do it similarly to get their games on a PC. So then people will buy both.
Mm. I'm pretty sure the Sony version of the Game Pass is already in production. A-Track talked about it on the most recent marketing Monday.
Yeah, true. We did talk about it on Marketing Monday.
Already behind, but that's the thing. It's already behind at that point.
Yeah,
it is. So, and they're slowly losing out on the thing that, like we said, like during the PS3, during the PS4, the reason why everywhere else in the world, and the reason why the PS4 won overall in terms of people's perceptions was exclusivity, because the Xbox just didn't have it. Halo really dropped off. They didn't really release anything else apart from Forza. Mm-hmm. Whereas unless you're really into racing games, and I'm really into racing games, if I'd chosen a PS4 first, I wouldn't have picked up an Xbox One for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Just not for Forza Horizon.
Yeah. And I think that's it, especially with Halo falling off. Like, Halo was the thing. Like, Xbox was like, if you had an Xbox, it's because you wanted to play Halo.
Pretty much, yeah.
And if you go, if like as he was saying, like, I loved Ratchet and Clank as a kid, and I didn't actually get to play a lot of the Ratchet and Clank games because I didn't have one. Then my brother got a PS3, like, given to him for free, like, whenever the next generation came out. I went back and I was like, yo, Ratchet and Clank time.
Part of the reason I got my dad a PS4 for Father's Day was so I could play the new Ratchet and Clank game for PS4.
Nice. They can also definitely integrate game streaming like Stadia into Game Pass easily. So cloud gaming is already on the Game Pass. I don't know if that's necessarily what you mean, but honestly, yeah, it's so good because I played Halo Infinite and did not need to have the best top end PC to play it on good settings because the heavy lifting was done by the Xbox servers.
I didn't know that was a thing. That's hype. Holy shit.
Yeah. The game library isn't everything that's on there, but the games that are in there do really benefit from that because you don't even have to wait for download time. So if it's something that's on there and then say we were booting up to do a stream and we were like, oh, should we play this? We can just go, yeah, we'll just play it. We don't have to wait for it to download like we would on Steam. We can just say, yeah, co-op game, just buy it, boot it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably why your stream didn't die when you were playing that game.
Yeah. That's the reason why Halo was holding up so well. And then whenever it did like lag out, it was mainly because of like overloading it and needed to just refresh itself. That's why you could notice sometimes when I was playing that it would sort of reload the screen, like it was like an old file loading sort of system. But
Mm.
that was just it sort of recalibrating and correcting itself, and that's so barely noticeable and so forgivable if you're playing a game that you otherwise would not be able to play.
Fair play,
The,
Microsoft.
the latency, non-existent. There was no latency at all when I played Halo. There was the slight issues with like I say, with sometimes the quality dipping, but then resurging itself. Never to a point where it was unplayable. Never to a point where it actually impacted the game. Even in heavy gunfights and things, it was fine. It was mainly when looking from one direction that had vastly different background to looking at another direction that had vastly different background. It took a second to get itself back up to a good looking rate, but not from like an unplayable rate, from a decent rate to practically the best it could look.
Well,
And like
on
I
a
said,
whole and whole.
that worked on a laptop because that's what I play on.
Yeah. I feel like hopefully if Microsoft get their shit together and well not Microsoft, if Microsoft make Activision Blizzard get their shit together, maybe WoW will actually get good. And if they consider adding it maybe to the Game Pass as part of a thing like I suggested. Not like they're gonna be like, holy shit, that Curly one guy's like we should add that to the Game Pass.
Right.
But like I
Promoted to
don't
head of
see why they
marketing
wouldn't.
instantly.
Yeah,
Congrats,
I don't see
Curly.
Is in chat, I believe.
I don't know why they why they wouldn't consider it. Is Mr. Microsoft in chat? Holy shit. Uh, but I like it's just one of those things. Like I love the game, and the reason I love the game is because I can just play it and zone out and not worry about it. Like, and then if you want it, like if you want it to be hard, it can be hard. It's one of those games where you can just sort of casually play it. A lot of people complain and say, "Oh, it's got worse, it's fallen off, blah 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 blah."
Yeah.
But like I just sort of zone out and play it, and I'd click buttons and don't take it too seriously. It's just a time killer, and then that's what
Yeah.
games are, really, isn't it?
Do you genuinely think that they will put WoW on to Game Pass?
I think what they might do is they might do it so that it's not the most recent expansion. So like Z, he was asking me about it. I didn't even realize this. If you pay for a subscription to WoW, you own every expansion bar the most recent one.
Right. Okay.
So they might do that, where like so you play it for basically for free, I guess, if you're already paying for that, and and
Get
then
developer. Oh, sorry. Sorry,
so I read
that.
I read that and laughed. I actually thought it said, "Are you scared of the Monopoly Man?" Which
I am scared of the Monopoly Man.
Oh fuck the Monopoly
no,
Man.
finish-
No one man
finish
should look
point,
that
Kelly.
handsome without a
So like
monocle.
they
Because by the way,
they
that's
could
a
give
like a
people.
Bears thing. Is the Monopoly Man doesn't have a monocle, but everyone thinks
We
that
talked
he
about
does.
this. The
Did we?
Mandela effect.
Yes.
Yeah, we talked about it another time. Sorry,
All right,
not
I'll stop
here.
cutting you off. Go, Curly.
Like they could give people the option to basically try the game to a certain point. Like max level is 60 at the minute, right?
Hmm.
You can get to level 50, no problem, in a few days. Well, a few days, like a week maybe, if you're not playing it that regularly.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
and then if someone's like, I'm really enjoying this, then they maybe pay for the expansion and then play on.
Yeah. My
Like
thinking
I don't
was
see
that
why
they
they wouldn't.
could maybe do they leave WoW the way it is, but then maybe go back to WoW Classic and Burning Crusade and make
Well,
that
they've already
something
done
that's
that.
available. Oh, is
So
that just free anyway?
that's for if you pay for a subscription, you get that.
But I'm saying that could be something that they add to Game Pass. So rather than putting the full
Mhm.
game, but they put the WoW Classic in so you can get that WoW experience, but then it doesn't come at a cost to them neglecting the audience that have paid a lot to get into the newer stuff.
Yeah, they're doing stuff with Classic. Like it was one of it's kind of like I don't know if you know much about RuneScape, but like whenever they
Nothing.
did old school RuneScape, they were like, no one's gonna play it. And then they released it,
Honestly,
and
insane take that they thought that no one was going to play.
yeah,
Old
they,
School
they
RuneScape.
they put like a development team of like 4 or 5 people into it and went, just keep it going for like a year and then we'll shut it down. Then it popped off and more people play that than they do the normal game of RuneScape
Yeah.
now.
Which is
And
very funny.
then they had to like literally pump more resources into it, and people were like, oh well, weird that. And I feel like that's maybe the way that Blizzard thought Classic was going to be, and then so many people play it now that they've even made their own. Like there's this thing called the Season of Mastery, right, which is basically Classic again, but easier. but quicker. Because the whole problem is they delay like updates and stuff on it, so that there's time to do all the raids and there's tiers and stuff. But it's an experience. I could spend forever talking about WoW, but it is what it is. I think it'd definitely be something they could consider, considering the amount of microtransactions in it, and the fact that a subscription is like $10 or whatever, £10. If they add it to Game Pass, I don't think that's the biggest loss in the world.
Right, I'll say it is
True.
15 USD for what it's worth.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so maybe that does make sense. But yeah, so moving on to what Sumner said about the Monopoly.
The Monopoly Man.
Yeah, about the Monopoly Man. It is an interesting point because for a consumer, I can't really see too much of a negative, but I do understand from a sort of indie developer sense of the issues there.
I feel like when you say as a consumer, the whole reason that economically that Monopoly is bad is that standards will drop, and that's what I guess
Standards will
would be a
drop and then
problem.
prices will become unregulated because if you have no competition, then you don't
Mhm.
have to worry about what you charge. Like, oh, you're
Yeah.
either going to pay like $90 a game or you're just not going to play games. Eat shit. However, with the existence of at least Microsoft versus Sony, we will never have a true monopoly. We already have basically an oligopoly,
Yeah.
where it's like a monopoly, but just like with like 2 or 3 players.
You say
And-
that, but like certain game genres that already exist.
Mm.
FIFA every year is updated graphics.
all right.
Inverted commas. Madden is updated graphics. What it is they just fucking put new faces in every year,
Right.
and go.
Then make
Actually,
it
Tom Brady
look
throws a
right.
little bit further, and
Every year,
you can-
Tom Brady just throws a little bit further.
yeah, and they're like, yo, you can actually do this funky new celebration. You can actually do the Fortnite notice the L dance in Madden now, and they're like that's the new update. You're like, oh, amazing! I'm gonna pay 60 fucking quid for this. Can't wait to play it.
Right.
Like there's certain game genres where that already exists. Like, is there another American football game? No.
Yeah, they used
Is
to do the
there
NCAA
another-
games, but then they stopped doing
Oh,
that.
what about Pez football?
Pez exists. And that's all I'll say. Pez is actually bigger in South America and stuff because they have license for that. Apparently, South America and Asia, they love Pez.
No, really, that's interesting.
Yeah. But and it's even like with some of the racing games as well. Like Forza is the only one I can think of.
Gran Turismo is the PlayStation equivalent,
But like,
which probably
what happened to Need for Speed? bring
Yeah,
bring
true.
back, bring
the-
back Need for Speed.
This is completely out of no research, but I think Gran Turismo is about as popular as Forza. However,
Yeah.
Forza Horizon is vastly more popular than Forza, the main series.
It's a less of an example. Like I guess there's more
Yeah.
more of those, but I'm talking about certain sports games, and it's just impossible for anyone to come into that market and compete. Like literally impossible. There's no way that you could make an engine as smooth as the ones that they have with that EA have. Shitty company, but that's its own.
To
Own
answer your
thing.
question, Sumnir, I don't really think so because exclusivity most of the time isn't beneficial for the developer, like for whoever has the Game Pass. You want to offer the best variety, you want to be like the best shit possible, and so that's like why Netflix at the start they had this like bunch of really good content, and then because people were successful off of their content, or because Netflix was successful off their content, everyone's like, oh fuck, I should have my own streaming thing, which is why you see things getting pulled off to like a lot of NBC shows now only on Peacock. I'm pretty sure ABC has their own streaming service. So unless it's the indie developers themselves not wanting their game to get out there on someone else's Game Pass, I don't foresee indie games not being as a part of Game Passes. Because if you're an indie developer, you just want your game to be played by as many people as possible. And so not being on a Game Pass is more of a hindrance than a benefit. So
I guess I think with indie games, especially, what they kind of do is they cover like more niche needs and like that people have. Like, if you look at
Metroidvanias and roguelikes, and that's it. That's all indie games are.
yeah,
And
Yeah.
platformers.
they either cover industries that are dead, the big companies consider dead, like platforming, for example.
Mm.
The reason that Sonic has died, the only reason Mario still exists is because Nintendo.
To be
And
fair, I'm not a
he's-
fan of just like a regular platform. I like the action platformers of like the early 2000s, your Jack and Daxters, your Sly Coopers, your Ratchet and Clanks.
Yeah.
I like
Cow the
those, but
Kangaroo.
as for, like Mario games, I just not a fan of just
Yeah.
like doing platforming.
What I mean is, like, in general, that industry is considered dead, and what they consider a new innovation is that you can fucking change to 3D. Holy shit, that's hype.
Holy
Mario can now flip a different dimension. Unbelievable.
unbelievable.
Um, and then the indie developers come in and make games that are, like side scrollers and like all this, like, I know it's not the same genre, but like Cuphead, and people were like, "Oh, Cuphead's so hype." I don't even know who made Cuphead. For all I know, it's some big company, but like
I believe
stuff
it
like
was an
that.
indie game.
Yeah,
It's an indie game.
I'll
it
check.
must be. But it's like games like that, and people are like, "This is amazing." You're like, it's like, to me, it just looks like something that was made about 10 years ago, with like the thought of people getting caught up in like a nostalgia wave of like, I played a game like this before.
Mhm.
And then that's just what gaming is now. It's got to that point where everything's being done. They're like, should we just do reskin old things and go, remember when Pokemon was just the first gen? And everyone's like, I remember that. Holy shit. Let's do it again for the 5th time. Because that's literally what happened.
The Ouroboros continues, which is eating our own shit at this point.
Yeah. Guys, do you want the 20th iteration of a different Charizard design? Yes!
Bro, I
Fucking give me
fucking
it!
hate Charizard fanboys. Y'all are the most spoiled motherfuckers I have ever seen in my goddamn life. All right, it's tough out
I
here
need
for me
Charizard
Bulbasaur boys.
XYZ. I need Charizard in WTYXY mega shit bag
Oh,
form.
I'm gonna be so disappointed there's no Hisui and Charizard.
There's not. I've already seen all the
Whoa,
leaks.
excuse me, don't spoil.
You want a link to all the leaks?
No,
What's like? Have you not seen the tweet about my persona? That's a leak.
no, and I don't want to. I don't want any spoilers. I'm gonna do it on stream and have
Sorry,
my
so
initial reaction.
you've seen it, and
I have liked the Persona tweet, yes.
Isn't it just the weirdest fucking design?
It's not
I've been
great.
told there's a lot of weird designs in the new game, and that's why I don't want to see it because I'm
No, but
ready
this one's
to-
like this character is gonna be fucking Gardevoir in like 2 weeks. Like there's no
I'm
way
pretty
it's
sure
not.
it already exists.
It probably already is
How do
fucking
you
Gardevoir
spell the
somewhere.
form? What's the form called?
La,
Hisuian.
la,
It's
la,
like
la, 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 la.
Well, I'm not saying what Pokemon
HISUN.
it is. I just need to know Hisuian.
Let me know when you're no longer talking about it, and then I'll put my phone back in.
Well, like I said, I'm not going to say what Pokemon it is.
We're not
I'm
talking
just
about it
googling
again.
to see if it exists.
Land Eagle.
What?
Oh, you're here. Oh, I thought you still had it out. I was like, I forgot the stream's like delayed. We're not gonna mention anything, but it's just this one design where it's like yeah, it's just since Land Eagle doesn't want to see it, go onto my
Yeah.
Twitter and look at
Right, exclamation
Yeah,
point Curly in
I've
chat for the best Twitter in the Stanz extended universe.
it.
True.
It's below my tweet about eating a salad today.
Yeah, I've been told a few things, and I've seen like a few, not like thumbnails, but like titles of videos where they're like how strange these designs are and stuff. And I decided, yeah, I'm not going to see the leaks. I looked at the Sword and Shield ones. I saw that some of them were a bit weird, and then people weren't even saying that they were weird.
The problem is some of them look really good. Like this one that I'm talking about in general, the first evolution looks fine, looks good.
Okay.
Then it evolves, and I'm like, it's gonna be fucking every Pokemon on.
So I
some
unfortunately
website.
now know that there are 376 pages of Gardevoir Rule 34 on the Rule 34 website.
But like, so for example, I really like the Hisuian Growlithe. I really like the Hisuian. These are the announced ones, so it's not the official announced ones.
Yeah.
Land Eagle? No. Okay. I was like, I'll stop.
Sorry. I know everything that isn't in the leaks.
Yeah. So like I really like the Growlithe. I think it looks really cute.
Yeah,
I think
I assume there's an Arcanine, so don't worry. If you say that there's an Asurian Arcanine, I put that together that it would evolve.
The Arcanine looks cool. I'll give it that.
Cool.
But then there's some of the other ones where I'm like, what the fuck? What are they thinking?
This is exactly what I've been told is the thing is that people are like, what the fuck is that design?
Yeah.
And I want to see those firsthand. I've been told that there's some pretty big ones that are what the fuck is that design? So
there are two pretty big what the fuck are that's for me.
I've been told that there was 3 that are to do with very big Pokemon, but
Yes, yeah, there is.
Is there?
Oh, you haven't seen them all, Z? Because there's some where it's like, what the?
I've seen them all because
fuck?
I watched a video where someone ranked all the forms.
Not the forms, the actual like, no, doesn't matter. Anyway, they they're like,
So I think that the
Strange.
the rock bug scyther looks cool as shit.
oh, cleaver.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I sort of thought they had this amazing opportunity to like to like change it a lot, where they could. I thought Dunsparce deserved an evolution at this point. Why the hell wouldn't there? Why wouldn't they have done a big dragon Dunsparce? It's like in the past.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I feel like that's the time to do it. And there's so many other things I was like, that's gonna be so cool. Like they could have done it where anything nobody like technically Scizor was the evolution where Scyther traded with the Metal Coat or whatever.
Mhm.
They could have done an alternate form of Onyx evolution as well, because maybe the Metal Coat doesn't exist because Metal doesn't exist in the past. So maybe it had another evolution before that existed. But they have like, well, it's not really a massive spoiler, but they haven't
whereas-
done that.
Yeah, and I'm fairly sure that Steelix is just in the game.
Yeah, and so is
Yeah.
Scizor.
Oh yeah, so, yeah. I assume that they make it so that it's possible to get evolutions of Pokemon that are in there.
Yeah. But I just think that's stupid.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Also, that is one that I've looked up. I looked up what's he called? So not Scizor.
Scyther,
Axor.
Cliver,
Cleaver.
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 Yeah, Cleaver
Yeah,
was in a trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I looked up Cleaver because you can't see Cleaver without it being like covered in gold and shit. So I
Fair.
was like, I went to see like what it actually looked like properly, and I do like it now because I think that boss fight looking one looks absolute shit. So I'm glad that the actual Pokemon looks okay. I think the effect they've got on it looks awful.
You could look at that. Yes, there's the two you just mentioned, Z.
Yes.
And then there's
Don't say it out loud. Don't be
I'm
cringe.
not.
So I did look up that Pokemon that you were talking about, that's your persona. I did not find any Rule 34 of it yet. So
Okay, it's
Congrats.
only a matter of time.
it is only a
It's
matter
only a
of
matter
time.
of time.
Yeah, there were some leaks that I did see like that were pre this big actual leak, where it was like so I think there's another Rhydon Pokemon that hasn't been shown. At least there was planned to be.
Rhydon as in like
Because
ride space on, or like Rhydon as in like the
yeah,
evolution of Rhydon?
ride space on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Another really sexy Pokemon. Yeah. Another.
Which was like a Pokemon that had like a long like protrusion, like a leaf or something, climbing a mountain, and you were like
Okay.
climbing on its back.
hmm
So I assume that Pokemon is in there, but whether it still has that role is yet to be seen, because it kind of doesn't seem like any need to have a climbing Pokemon when you've got Braviary who can fly. So
Yeah, they said I don't know. I was so excited. It's still gonna be really good. I hope it's still a really good game. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna change my Switch to Australia, and I'm gonna play it literally the second it comes out.
oh, that's a good idea actually.
So is
If you
Australia
didn't-
like the first time zone? Are they like the farthest ahead?
Well, no,
Yeah,
but like,
I guess so, because that's what everyone goes to.
yeah, there's technically one a little bit further ahead, I think, but I don't know if Australia or like it's just an example. That's
Gracie, you're in chat. Is New Zealand ahead of Australia? Or are you guys like the same? I assume Australia has multiple time zones, but are you ahead of all the Australian time zones? Or are you like the equivalent of Eastern time in the US where they're in the future?
You know what my favorite thing is? China only has one time zone, but it actually has like four.
They just decided we're only having one.
Yeah,
Which
they
is
literally
kind of
decided-
fair. I wish the US would do something similar.
No, but it's not though, because what
It
happens
doesn't
is
make
people
sense, yeah.
people like in the west of China are like it's getting dark, but they're still like the middle of the day.
Yeah.
And they're like going to work and it's like pitch fucking black.
It'd be like that.
And but they like the Chinese government's just like, no, there is one time zone.
There's no war
It'd
in
be
Boston
like
say.
that.
Since it was in a trailer, I don't feel bad talking about it. I think that Voltorb and Electrode look really cool, and I'm excited for them.
Well, Electrode wasn't in it, but
Yeah, I've not seen
What
Electrode.
was?
Again, I can assume that Electrode was going to get a farm, because that would just be
Mhm.
weird if it became the normal one.
Yeah.
And also cringe if he didn't evolve.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind them. I think they obviously needed to do something because the Pokeball doesn't exist. So why would a Pokemon that looks like a
Yeah.
Pokeball exist?
I really like
I'd
the
rather
eyes
them
on
be
the
cute.
Voltorb. It's like very cute and like very animated.
Yeah, they definitely don't like. They probably will still learn Explosion and probably fit the same purpose. But I like the fact that they don't look like they will.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
part of me hopes that they don't, and they are friendlier Pokemon. But
Oh, here, have you seen the like video they released on YouTube with the about the Bidoof?
No.
oh, the
You
beauty
should.
of the beauty of animation is
It's
really
so
cool.
fucking good.
Yeah.
It's just a little animation about like a trainer who catches a Bidoof basically to be an HM slave, and he gets him to like cut stuff and like do all the like smash things, and but he just wants to like be in a fight and like get a high five from his trainer. That's all he wants, but he never gets one. And but then like the trainer's in the Elite Four or in a tournament or whatever, and it's when he sends out the Bidoof against like this like really I can't remember what it was, like a strong something,
Mm.
and he's like, "Good luck, dude. You're my last Pokemon."
Oh,
And the
yeah, what
Bidoof
was
is
it?
like fucking clutches, and then he gets his high five, and that's legit the whole thing. Like just about this Bidoof wanting to get a high five.
I think
Fuck
it's
yeah.
So
I think it's a
good.
golem. I think he destroys.
Yeah, because he eats it. Like he like, and
Yeah,
then he fights a Staravia or no,
yeah,
a Staraptor.
yeah. He fights a Staraptor because he fought one earlier, so that's like
Mhm.
thematic
The
ties.
callback.
Hell
I
yeah.
recommend watching it later. It's very good.
But yeah,
They
Speaking
also
of the
released-
Elite
Judgment.
Four, what a perfect segue, Curly.
Yes.
So, for those of you who are unaware, Curly and I recently finished up our Gen 3 remake of Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, Pokemon Randomizer Cage Lock. And while we were going through the Elite Four,
game.
what's that?
We do know that that is a Gen 3 game.
That is a Gen 3 game. I said Gen 3 remakes. Fuck you.
No, technically, it's
You
like
did.
Gen
No,
like
but-
6 or something.
It is
But it's a Gen
6.
3 game. That's a Stanz reference. Come on, guys.
Oh, I'm an idiot.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Truthman tells me all my stand references. I don't actually
Right,
get
I'm a
any of
fake
them.
fan. I don't even watch it that much. I'm like what, like 30th place on the fucking website.
Stanz is adamant that the remakes count as whatever gen they were originally.
Interesting.
Oh right, yeah.
So like the remakes of Ruby and Sapphire are Gen 3, even though they are Gen 6, because it's about rule set, not about not about location.
Let's go. Oh, I'm actually in 41st place. I suck.
Who's Stan? He's just some dude.
Who knows?
Right.
He might
Not
be
as
live,
fast
I
as
think.
Kind of cringe. However, while we were going through the Elite Four, we kept talking about like, damn, a couple of these trainers kind of cute. And Curly was trying not to get canceled because we were unsure if Phoebe the Ghost Girl was of age or not.
That's true.
So
I'm
what we
confirmed.
decided to
She is
do,
of
and
age.
what I want to do for every video, is we're all going to make the same tier list and then compare tier lists and talk about it. And that's going to be fucking content, baby. Now that I have introduced the topic, we are going to be doing the hottest Elite Fours. Thing to note is that Gen 7 has a child in the Elite Four. This child does not factor in to the placement of that gen in anyone's thing. The child is not considered for the hotness scale. So that one will be the Elite 3 that we are considering and where they fall and where they rank. And now that I've dropped this huge truth bomb on you guys, I have to take a fat piss. So you two fill dead air time. We'll get back. And then we can get into our tier list comparisons. And for reference, neither of us have, like, no one has seen anyone else's tier list except for our own yet.
No.
This is going to be, we're going in completely blind. So I got to
great.
take a pee. Y'all have fun.
So what he hasn't said is he did rate the child and told us off stream. He actually made exclusively child tier list, and he was like, "Yo, guys, don't talk about this on stream, but here's the hottest kids in Pokemon." And
he did do a tier list of all of the best preschooler sprites from the previous games. It was not gonna lie, it was pretty cringe.
it was pretty cringe, and he did have them way too high rated. Wouldn't
Make you don't think they're that hot. You're like, yeah, that kid's not hot.
Oh yeah, well, you know, he's their own.
Yeah, so we were mentioning it's the Sun and Moon one that has Isarola, who is underage. However,
not confirmed underage. It's just that she could be in that age bracket, so we're not risking it.
I believe we looked it up, and she is 11 to 19. So,
So do you want to roll that dice? Do you want to roll the D20?
If a girl comes up to you at a club and says, "Yo, let's go back to my place. I'm between 11 and 19." You ain't rolling that dice in real life, so we ain't rolling it when it comes to a cartoon girl.
Imagine that's a thing. Like, do you know when you play like? Well, I was going to use this example, like Football Manager is one. Like when you scout a player, they have like a stat rating, but unless you don't scout them enough, it'll tell you, oh, their stats between like 10 and 18. So you meet someone in real life, and they're like, I'm not going to tell you unless you spend more time with me what age I am. I'm either 12 or 18, and it's for you to find out.
We went up
Yeah.
by 3 viewers when I left. Sag.
I'm not gonna say specifically how my thing went in terms of what I picked, but there's a lot that are in the higher tiers, and then one that I just don't care for.
I feel like I have a pretty controversial
My top one,
list.
I think no one will agree with.
Can you get them on stream?
Yes, I can. I'm gonna open them in tabs real quick, and then I can I'll probably get rid of the episode title, and I'll just have the tier lists in the top right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And like I said, I need to reach out to some art people. We'll make a couple of different scenes. We'll have one with just the three of us. The fourth one, if we do
Yeah,
end
that's
up with a
fine.
fourth member. 5 for if we have a guest with the 4 of us. Or 4 if we have the thing. Or we could have that like be like a screen share slot. It'll just be like a flex spot. Art will be coming. The podcast will look a lot cleaner once A, we officially announce what the org is, and B, we know who all is going to be in the org. This is just kind of a rough shot. We've had like kind of 2 runs at doing this before. One time, just after stream, we just hung out and talked for like 4 hours in a call. We were like, damn, we should start a podcast.
True.
Like all white men do when in a call together.
Right.
And then after movie trivia night last week, we hung out for like 2 hours and like podcasted. And we talked a lot about fucking brown sauce.
Yeah, I feel like if you can talk for an hour and a half about bronze sauce, you have to, satisfy your kernel white boy urges and have a podcast.
Yeah, I feel like if we have another discussion about British food and delicacies, we need to get an extra British guest on to have some different discussions for sure.
Right. Oh, we can get Jody's perspective from the Wales side of things. I'm sure they have different names for things.
Yeah, they'll have like Welsh haggis and stuff.
Welsh haggis, yeah, that and don't. What about the Welsh shortbread?
No, like, what is like typical Welsh food when you think of it? Apart from
Welsh
leeks?
cakes, Welsh cakes, Welsh cakes. Apparently,
Welsh
they're a thing.
cakes.
What the fuck are Welsh cakes? I'm Googling it. They look like pancakes. I'm hate to break it to you, and I'm probably gonna get cancelled for that.
all right, who wants to go first, just so I know how to order these?
Sure. I'll go first.
Okay, Curly first, then Lion Eagle, and then I want to bring up the beer because
Yeah, sure.
yeah, I have a very controversial list. Okay, so
I
let's
feel like my takes on Pokemon, just in any regard, are always kind of controversial. Favorite games, favorite
what this
Pokemon, which
what this is
Elite Four
gonna
I'd most like to have sex with. All of
yeah
them.
for me this is gonna say a lot about my tastes in people.
Yeah, you picked the child first.
wide Z.
So I had some like real thinking to do with mine. Like it was really hard, and I had to like justify everything. I wasn't just thinking about having sex with these people. I was thinking about a whole package, the whole package. And so there's a lot of like.
Let's be on something.
I'll explain it when we get there.
God, here we are. Here's the Stanz pass because I
I think
don't
I was
want
the only person who did a 2. Like had to take those away and redo them.
You did
I
have
looked
to
at it and
take 2
thought-
for yours.
Yeah,
I
looked
accidentally
at it
just
and thought-
posted mine without spoiling it.
Yeah, I did see that. I didn't see it, but I saw the oops or whatever you said.
I said shit. Yeah, I was like shit.
I saw shit, and then you put it as a spoiler. I was like, okay, I see what
I
happened.
put shit as a spoiler.
Okay, where do I have chat at currently? Where have you guys gone? So alerts are right there. Alerts are now going to be the center of the screen. Welcome alerts. Oh, that's podcast title. Damn it.
Wow, imagine if someone was to just follow or subscribe right now so you could see where the alerts were.
That'd be
Be
crazy.
really helpful.
Or
Lock that in place.
Check if you have a Prime available. I had my Prime available today.
And who'd you prime to? Cringe.
Just a minx. We all know that that's where it goes.
No, I actually have I have reoccurring 6 months with just a mix. So
Sheesh.
when I go in, the thing is I used to be in her chat a lot, and now that it's just filled with children and it's too quick, I'm like I'm out of there.
Fair.
But I will come in once a month. It's exactly on the 1st of every month. I know that because I deliberately waited, so I remember.
Fair enough.
Just to come in to say my dog is not a hamster or guinea pig every single time.
Did you say
Yo,
This is my
Jody.
kingdom. This is my
Thanks for
pussy
the sub
palace.
with Prime. Let's
that?
go.
Whoa, stealing primes from Stanz. That's how we do it.
That is how we do it. This is the leeching in action. I don't fucking know.
Don't
Probably,
find
you probably.
Stanz
I don't know if you heard it, but
does.
oh wait, I don't have the stream on. That's why I'm like, why can't I hear it? Because I'm not listening to my own the audio of the stream, of course.
All right, I guess I have chat between you two guys now.
6 month time.
6 months are on Stanz. I think I hit 6 months recently on Stanz because like I didn't subscribe to him until I was trying to get a job for him.
Fair. I didn't subscribe until like week 6 of Task Manager.
That's fair.
I think I subbed after the subathon ended. The Ludwig subathon.
Interesting.
Because that's when I stopped watching Ludwig religiously.
Okay, I'm zooming in so that way we. Oh god.
I think I lost all my channel points on a Gamba, and then was like, I'm out of here. Fuck this. I did that.
that's
That happened to me
cringe. I'll have to
yesterday. In
adjust each
Stanz's
one.
chat.
That's why I've not been in Stanz's chat very much recently. I got
He
angry
didn't
at
get. He didn't
midnight.
get a fucking. His team didn't get first blood, and I lost 70k.
Alrighty, are we ready for you to
I didn't
defend
even
your
that. I
list,
keep
Curly?
losing it to flipping over coin and dice rolls.
Yeah, fuck midnight.
You
I'll
ready
say
to?
it.
No, fuck
But also
Midnight.
that midnight guy kind of cute. So
He do be kind
That
of
midnight
cute.
guy kind
Huge
of
soul, cutie. What a cutie.
what a cutie.
All right.
Huge ass only a true one. Cutie.
Oh, also my name is cringe now that I'm not centered.
It's always been that way.
True. Let's highlight these.
I like how you put your nice notices there, but didn't go to the way to get the curly picture or the lion eagle picture.
I literally
No.
was working on it. I just didn't know where to download a good picture of you guys' emotes from. But I
Let me
had
send
the
it to you.
thought.
Imagine having emotes.
True.
Not emotes. You're like
Well, you did send us test emotes in one of the things, but I don't want to like
That's true.
resident leaker.
oh I thought you were talking about my ones. I was like my ones are out.
Yeah, no, all yours are out, Curly. Okay, so tier list time. Fucking Curly, defend your tier list. You don't have to talk about everyone. Just talk about like the top, the bottom, anything that you
Talk
felt
about
very
everyone.
strongly about.
Yeah.
Here it is. Bam.
I will start at the bottom.
At the bottom. Okay, so you have Gen 2 and Gen 1 both in D tier.
Yep. You know why?
Why?
I have Gen 2 in the second one because you know what? It's actually just Bruno. I fucking hate Bruno.
You don't like
He's too
Bruno?
alpha.
Okay.
What don't
Okay.
you like about Bruno?
He's just too alpha for me. That's not my type. I'm not a fan of the alpha male. You will see there is a few alpha males up there, but they've got different alpha male energy. Bruno just has like way too much like fuckboy alpha energy. I don't like it. I also think Koga is just a little slight bastard. Don't like him. I feel like Lance wouldn't care. Like he wouldn't give you any aftercare. Like I feel like he would just like put his cape back on and then like fly out. You know what I mean? And as much as in the past I have discussed about how like old women are the vibe, and I want to marry an old woman who's rich. The particular older women in this do not look as rich as some of the other older women. I couldn't see Agatha. She doesn't look minted. She looks like decrepit old lady with no money. So I don't respect that.
Fair enough.
And you know what? The other people I just don't have an opinion on. Like, why is that motherfucker wearing a mask? Who is that?
You mean Will? So there was a theory going around that Will and Lorelai are the same person because women don't get respect. So she decided to like cross dress and like wear a mask so that way she could like get some respect as a battler. However, I don't think with how Pokemon treats their female protagonists, I don't necessarily know if they would take such like a powerful stance on women.
We say that Cynthia is the baddest fucking bitch out.
Cynthia is the baddest bitch. Also, yeah, for clarification, chat, this is just the Elite Four. Champions are not included, mostly because 3 of the champions are also children.
Yeah.
They were already half of them were nearly half of them were getting kicked out of
Okay.
the competition anyway.
Yeah,
that's D tier done. The reason that that C tier is X and Y is because I just don't know these people. I didn't play these games. The only one I'm super familiar with is Wickstrom, the alpha, the guy with the armor, because I've watched the anime and he's in that.
Fair enough.
I don't really have I feel like whoever that girl is with the pink hair looks like a baddie. I respect that.
True. She is actually a Team Flare like admin.
Yeah, like I mean, like she is. I know that much. I've watched the game. I just think she also looks like a baddie, and I respect that. We'll go to B tier, and we're looking at Gen 4, I'm fairly sure. Aaron has mega twink energy, and I respect that.
Aaron does have mixture.
Uh,
So speaking of talking about, you said that you're not attracted to alpha men. Me and one of my friends had this conversation a while ago because we were talking about the Aladdin remakes, and she was like, "Damn, Jafar's so hot." I was like, "I don't know, I kind of like Aladdin." And then she's like, "Fucking what? Why?" And I was like, "Because she is a woman who's like conventionally attracted to men. She finds more masculine features attractive, whereas I, someone who's generally not normally attracted to men, find feminine features in men to be more attractive, which is why I find myself attracted to more like twink-esque men as opposed to like hyper giga chad super manly men. It's just
I am
something interesting to consider.
technically bi, but let's not talk too much about that.
Right.
But I am more of a twink lover, if you will.
Right.
And that's
You're not bi, you're a twink lover.
yeah. I just have
Men
lots of
cringe, twinks.
yeah. Look, I think it's more of a I am a big man, and I would rather not be with another big man. Let's not talk about the psychology of my love life.
It hits too close to home. You don't want to like be with yourself.
I don't want to stop. Yeah, don't. Let's not do that.
But you're a streamer, so you're a narcissist. So isn't that exactly what you'd want?
Well,
you want Curly 802 just right next to you.
There he
I
is.
want to find Curly 800 because they're better than me.
Curly 108.
Yeah, no, and then we go up to the Gen 4, or not Gen 4, we're going to Gen 7, I guess. Technically, there's another member on this who's not in, because Ultra Sun and Moon, they have the small steel type guy there, I'm pretty sure, as well.
Yeah.
The steel twink.
I guess we could have swapped him out for Acerola.
Girl. Yeah, so,
I
yeah.
forgot that I'm showing my fucking display. Hold on.
Yeah.
You guys need that. Sorry about that.
You just left it that night.
I think Hala looks like you'd have a lovely time with him. Like, I feel like he would love you. Like, I feel like there's a lot of respect there.
That's fair.
Olivia is a baddie. Give off that energy. I don't know the name of the other girl who's the golfer one. She's kind of
Kahili?
sexy.
I'm literally reading it off the street, off the sheet. Though.
I don't want to say a name in case I say the child.
Acerola is the ghost child.
Okay, so it's
So
Kahili.
she's Kahili.
She kind of
the flying type.
just kind of sexy.
Bro, there's something about flying type gym leaders, or like just flying type trainers in general.
Skylar.
Yeah,
Skylar.
Skyla, Winona, they're all daddies.
I don't know. So that's not. Then next I've got.
Oh yeah, we should really do the age test again before we start saying that other ones are baddies.
Next I've got Gen 5. Bar your man who's Omega Alpha, they all just got the twink energy. Even the women are pretty. I just think they're hot. There's nothing more to do about it. Grimsley also has a vibing name. I respect it a lot.
Yeah, I will say Grimsley. I kind of prefer the way he looks when he
Interesting
shows up
balance.
in Sun and Moon.
Yeah,
He's got his like white outfit and his kimono and stuff.
I agree. The only part, like, it was hard for me because
Me
I
too.
looked. If it wasn't for your man, I don't actually even know his name, Marshall. I assume he's
Marshall.
Yeah, it's perfect, but it's his fault that they're in A tier. Marshall, you
That's
ruined
fair.
it for the rest of the team.
I think Marshall definitely is a step up from Bruno in terms of those muscular men, though.
Yeah, I agree. He's still better than Bruno. Just no, you ruined it. And you know what? S tier is there for a reason. I think Phoebe is hot as hell. I love the whole, like, she's definitely from Alola in the game. That means nothing. Also, when we're talking about rich old ladies, don't look at her and tell me she's not a rich
Look at
older
her.
lady. Just look at her and tell me she's not a rich or older lady. It's just true. It's just a
Yeah,
vibe.
I've been on that Glacier train for. I was on it. I said I was on it, and you guys were like, "What, really?" And then you were like, "Oh yeah, I see it."
True.
Drake he just looks like he would give you, like, as much as I talked about not liking the alpha man, he looks like a respectful alpha. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, there would be a lot of aftercare.
Yeah, he looks like he's gentle, but not always.
Yeah, not always. Yeah,
He's not
He
gentle
looks
when you
like-
don't want him to be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. He'll whisper into your ear nicely. And Sydney, is it Sydney? Yeah, he's just
Sydney can fuck off, to be honest.
yeah, he's kind of the oddball in this. Unfortunately, like, it's mainly because of the Glacier, like, older lady rich vibes,
Hmm.
that they're in S tier because that's the dream.
Who told Sydney that hair looked good?
I was like, I need you to be
I think
completely bald except for a little like the Jimmy Neutron without the rest of the hair.
Yeah, but it looks like a fire, and
So imagine
But he's a
you
dark
got, like,
type gym
milk-
leader or dark
Yeah.
type elite four member.
Yeah,
To be fair,
imagine you got male pattern baldness, but then invert your hair.
Oh, word.
to be fair, in Japanese, dark type is literally like evil type, so they tend to make anyone that's related to dark look evil. Like that's the vibe.
Does he look evil?
Well, like
I would
he
not
looks
say
like
that.
he looks like a stereotypical
he looks a little
thug.
bit scheming, doesn't he?
He looks like a thug. I
Lion
guess.
Eagle, what the
doesn't he?
Yeah.
fuck type of image did you send me? I have saved it twice and it is not recognizing whatever file type you sent it as.
Huh? It's just a PNG.
Yeah, there's my extremely in detail list on all of them and who I would fuck and why.
Okay, sorry about that.
So I didn't talk about some of the people because I have less of opinion of them. Like if you go back to like the X and Y, like fucking thick dragon mummy, I don't really know what the deal is with that.
Bro, thick dragon mommy is thick dragon
That-
mommy. Like, you said enough. What more do you need?
That's not.
I
I'm not. I'm not a milf lover. I've said it. Not a milf lover.
You're
Well,
not a
she's
milf,
like-
you're here for the gilf.
I'm a milf respecter.
Nah. You can't be. She's not MILF. She's not MILF. She's GILF.
I
Who,
can't
thick
really
dragon
tell.
mommy or Glacia? Or not Glacia.
Drazno. is
No,
definitely.
you please refer to her by her
Gilf?
actual name. Thick
Yeah, she's
dragon.
like a sweet older lady.
No, but I think she's
Jesus
like older
Christ.
mum.
Trying to casually produce is not going well.
Yeah, that is my list. Please send me no hate for that.
LMAO. I looked at Drazno to try and find a photo of her that was like a bit bigger or something, and like
Oh,
it's
no.
like big
Oh,
booby
no.
fan art instantly.
Of course.
Big dragon milkies. Is she a dragon type trainer? I assume she is because she's wearing the teeth.
She's a dragon type trainer, but she gives off like vibes of like what's her name from Jen's from Omega Ruby Alpha stuff from the Delta episode, and
Xenia or whatever. Zenaya.
yeah, Zenya, and then also a
Zendaya.
bit of Zendaya, and a bit of like Iris's sort of backstory of coming from like the dragon tribes. Like she gives
Yeah.
off that sort of vibes, and I dig that.
I've actively not talked about Iris because she's 12.
True. Iris,
Yeah,
also a child. Also not considered in the Gen 5.
Yeah, I was not considering Iris's sexuality. I was just
Stop calling my
considering
12-year-olds.
her design.
She's designed like a 12-year-old. That's it.
Okay, speaking of, here is Lion Eagle's tier list.
Yeah, so quite some similarities, some drastic differences.
Okay.
So I do not care for the Sinner leaders at all.
Ooh.
There's just I think I can't remember his name. Which one is it? Is it it's Flint, the fire type?
Yeah,
Mhm.
Just Ronald McDonald looking ass.
true.
And then you've got Lucian, who to me just looks like he'd like be talking down to you, like he looks like a snobby ass.
Do you know who he looks
And-
like? He looks like the grown-up version of the rival from Gen 2.
Oh, Silver.
Yeah, a
doesn't
little
he?
bit. Yeah,
Like-
it looks like he'd have a superiority complex, and I'm not about that. And then, Aaron, I was like, you might think he looks twinky. I just think he looks like a bit of a douche, bro.
He got twink energy. Don't even like look how skinny those arms are, dude. Look, even that pose
And then,
as well.
and then Bertha, like we were talking about, like the older woman. Bertha she boring. She kind of plain.
Yeah.
You can't
is.
if you're gonna be older, you got to be an older baddie.
That's fair. She's all covered up. She ain't no body.
Like Agatha's up there a little higher, but Agatha's got the same problem. She's old, but she ain't working with that old.
I respect that.
So then we go up to B. So we do have the Gen 1 ones. I will say that Lorelai really dragged it up to B. I don't really care too much for Bruno. Lance, I get like real like fuckboy. Like he's just going to be
Yes.
talking about the fact that he was like the Pokemon champion and how cool he is to have Dragon type Pokemon all the way through. Like that's all he's going to care about is that you
I
know
bring
that you're.
Dragonite to bed.
Yeah, he wants you to know that
What do you
you're
think
lucky.
Dragonite's feet smell like?
I don't ever want to answer that question.
It's God, what was it? Sleepy Cast, I think. Like Stamper's podcast that he does. That was like a running bit on theirs.
And then, like I say, Agatha, she's just an old woman. She's kind of creepy. I feel like if you were to do anything with Agatha, you'd definitely have having a Gengar watching you, and I hate that. And then we've got Sun and Moon, which I think he's okay. I'm not Team Howler. He's just like fat old man. like I just don't like. I know he's meant to have like sumo vibes, but like, or like, well, but it's kind of like sumo sort of Polynesian fighter, like larger warrior rather than sort of.
He's supposed to
slim,
have
muscular.
like a what am I like a
Closest like Maui or something like that. But yeah, I don't think I'd want to have sex with Maui either. So
Wrong answer.
what, the child lining
But
up?
then,
What about the
but then,
child?
so then obviously there's the child who we don't consider. I didn't actually consider Mullane when putting them in here, but I don't think he really makes too much of an impact. He's just, he's kind of got beta energy. So I feel like he's just a blank slate of a person who would like, who
Yeah,
would just
I agree.
like probably very vanilla as well. But then you got Olivia, and we're already talking about how Olivia and Callie are kind of baddies. That they really brought them up to B tier as well. I still would consider Lorelai better than those two, but I think those two maybe equal to Lorelai, bringing up their own their own categories. Then moving into A, I maybe would swap in hindsight the order of these slightly to be that it would be Gen 2 is the lowest of A. Because yeah, I don't really care for Bruno. Koga's is kind of cool. I know you didn't really like him. Like the sort of fatherly vibes there, but he's not really what I'm there for. Like, but Karen, such a baddie.
Oh man, just made me laugh.
Like,
That's not
like
really what I'm there for.
if Karen was in like one with if Karen was swapped with like Marshall, there would be like one S and everyone else would be D just comparatively. Like but yeah, so and then you've got Will, like we say, Will's got that twink sort of cross dresser energy, which is
Could potentially be Lorelai, so careful what you say here.
Could could potentially be Lorelai, so could potentially be boosted up even more because then we've got Karen and Lorelai in the same tier. Then we've got the black and white ones. We've got Chantel. I like the sort of the cute nerdy sort of Velma from Scooby Doo sort of vibe, but also the ghostly vibe is kind of there. Already talked about Grimsley. Again, the design from black and white. Well, this specific one we've got on the list, I don't know actually how easily it is to see there, but like his in-game sprite, I think looks better when he like looks a bit more like a vampire sort of character.
His name's Grimsley, right?
Yeah, did I just say a different name?
No.
I don't fucking know.
He's looking him up.
Okay. But yeah, but he looks like way better when he has his like kimono in Sun and Moon, and like he's got like a better vibe. Then you've got
Hold on. Grimsley Gen
Caitlyn.
7. Oh, okay, yeah, here we are with like the kimono and shit.
Yeah,
with
like
it.
he's definitely styling more in Gen 7.
100%.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and then you've got Caitlyn, yeah, who was actually in Gen 3
As a
2?
frontier brain.
Yeah, in the Frontier. But yeah, got a cool vibe. I mean, it's kind of sleepy, kind of lazy. Probably not the best person to like,
She's definitely a pillow princess.
Yeah, exactly.
That's hype. Actually, I hate her.
She'd be like so chill to like be with, but like to be with, it probably wouldn't be like you're doing all the work. And then complete opposite to that, you've got Marshall, who like you would be the pillow princess.
True.
Like but Marshall gives me like a different confidence to like than like Bruno.
Mhm.
Like Marshall seems confident in himself rather than in his body because like he doesn't have it like fully exposed.
Damn, that's so deep. I agree with that statement. Now you've said it, I'm like, holy shit, that's so true.
But yeah, but he definitely like from like just remembering his like sprite and his animations, he definitely still has like a lot of confidence in his like abilities and stuff. Whereas like he might not be as like muscularly toned as like all of like maybe not even as muscularly toned as like Saw could throw. That's why he keeps his shirt on. But then you've got the top end of A tier. I mean, reiterating a lot of what Curly said. Phoebe is cute. I mean, I did think that she was underage, so I was a bit like, so yeah, not a bit too underage looking for me still. But then you've got Glacier and you've got Drake who are just like that. That's like in the scenario of like the babysitter, and these are the two people who've hired the babysitter. Like that's the family you want to work for in that situation. But then you got Sydney, who no, Sydney's just there. It's Sydney's getting carried pretty heavy. Nothing necessarily wrong with him, but apart from the hair.
Yeah, like nothing necessarily wrong, except for the glaring obvious thing that is very wrong. Oh my god.
Yeah, apart from the horrible hair. Yeah. And then you got S tier, which I think is probably going to be quite different for all. But I don't think anyone else is going to put these guys so high.
Oh,
But
don't worry.
But we talked about how much of an absolute baddie Malva is.
Mhm.
She is such a baddie. Her outfit is so good. She's got like the like skin tight leggings or jeans that have like the holes in. Then obviously Drasma, mummy, sorry, is just the perfect thing for Drasma. Then you've got Gordon Ramsay himself, of Cybold. He's got like an angry energy, which is quite cool.
Porto energy.
Yeah, he literally is like Gordo.
Honestly,
Like,
the fact that he wasn't in Sword and Shield is kind of a crime.
What, Cybold or Wickstrom?
Oh, Wickstrom.
No,
Sorry.
you're thinking of the
I'm
wrong
an idiot.
person.
Yeah.
But yes.
Yeah,
I agree.
Cybold is like super like like he's angry if you like disrespect food and stuff, which is quite cool. So it's like nice to see that he's got like that temperament.
Mm.
And then yeah, you've got Wickstrom who he's kind of there. I need to look at Wickstrom just a sec because I need to see what's going on with that hair.
Can someone spell Wickstrom for me?
In the anime, he shows up to help train Ash's Surfetched or Farfetched, I think it was at the time.
Right.
Wickstrom, there it is.
Okay, so he's kind of got so he's got like a weird star on his head.
Yeah, like
And then, like,
the
it
in-game
has, like,
sprite is very very weird.
Has a receding hairline for the
This
rest.
is not where we want to be.
I don't know what he is.
So I'm not about that. From what I recall, he's like
He
a
looks
little
better
bit
in the
brash
anime,
and
I'll say it.
confident.
Yeah,
Like,
he looks good.
His in-game sprites are not fucking good, but in the anime he
He's
looks
like he's
more
yeah.
chatted.
Also, what's like? Go back to see the one on the top right of your screen right now. Like it looks like he has a massive bulge.
Man is rock hard right now.
But yeah, so I think he was more like confident and like
That's kinda
huzzah sort of feeling, and
He's a knight,
that's also
I
quite
guess.
cool. Yeah. So yeah, that's why I put them at the top. I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with them. I mean, just personal preference of sexual partners. Obviously, there's only two that actually personally appeal to me, but I do find and understand the attractiveness of the two guys in that one.
Was there like the best of both worlds? Like a bit of a like I don't know. Like I feel like I don't know what I was about to say because it's kind of like the metal guy whose name I struggle to pronounce.
Wickstrom?
His
Or the
he has like the more like normal like attitude, I guess, and then the other guy's got like the dodgy temperament.
Yeah.
Like if you could confuse them together to make some sort of like nice person,
Right.
it'd be a vibe.
Yeah, I feel like the combination of a guy in like a suit of armor and him also being angry and shouting would just be too aggressive though.
Yeah. Well, no,
like-
what I mean
I
is
like the idea- I like the
he
idea
takes
that the
the
guy in armor
personality.
is. Yeah, I like the guy the fact the guy in the armor is like more defensive and caring, seemingly,
Mhm.
even if it's more of a chauvinistic care.
Yeah, I feel you.
Okay.
But yeah,
Are you guys ready for the true definitive tier list?
You going back to mine?
None of these fuckers are S tier. Dun dun dun.
Oh, that's
S tier.
controversial. I thought I just had to put someone there.
Yeah, no. Every group of 4 has someone that brings them down enough that I don't think anyone is S tier.
I guess that's a good point.
I would agree, except I don't. So
Except that however, handshakes down across the aisle. Gen 6 coming in at number 1 for me as well.
yeah,
Like, what can we say? Malva, hot. Mommy. I love a MILF. If you are like in your fucking, like, I don't know, like 30 to 45, fucking call me up right now, please. I always swipe right on Tinder for like ladies like that, but I'm just like, how does that conversation go? I have no idea how to initiate things with an older woman, but God, do I want it. Hi.
How was
Hi, I
breastfeeding
like all the
for
women.
you?
yeah, perfect. They love. I'm sure they love talking about that.
The MILF
Yeah.
cast. And then I would say that
Oh, can we do Pixar moms?
Ooh.
I'm not sure how I feel about doing another attractiveness tier list. I don't want to shoehorn us into just
not next week,
objectifying
but
people for every tier list.
But at some point,
Right. I think that he's the second most attractive twink. Our guy in the bottom left, I forget what his name is.
Mhm. I feel you.
And then Wickstrom, I don't fucking know. Like how S-Fan is a knight and just like is cool and funny. Love that. Wickstrom is a fucking L nerd. Talks in like full Shakespearean, is like super about like, oh, honor, oh, bullshit. Like, ugh, fucking no. He makes being a knight fucking lame. So, fuck Wickstrom.
Oh,
Hate
what
Wickstrom.
you mean is he is a knight.
I thought you were saying that he was like S-fan and that brought him in. Like that was good.
No.
No. What he means is he is being like what is stereotypically a knight, not being a fucking nerd
Yeah.
that dresses up in armor.
Yeah, like
and
when
acts
S-Fan was a
normal.
knight in the Emiru OTK video, that was Pog and cool. And I was like, wow, knights are
Well,
Pog.
no, that was just S-fan in armor.
True. I don't know. That's
True.
S-Fan, the perfect paladin, the people's paladin.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you got fucking like the complete opposite Wickstrom, who just makes being a knight seem like the cringiest fucking thing that you could possibly do. So fuck a Wickstrom. We hate Wickstrom. Sydney, what the fuck? Holding this group back. Because like we said, Phoebe, kind of cute. I also agree with Lion Eagle. Looks a bit too young for me. And also literally exactly like what Lion Eagle said. Glacia and Drake, those are the parents you want to be working for if you're the babysitter. Fucking I don't know. Drake fucks. No one walks around with a fucking trench coat and no shirt underneath it and doesn't just have sex on the fucking daily. So Drake will give it to you raw. And then
and consensually.
And then Glacia, she all right. She's the second hottest gilf, I think. The hottest gilf is actually down in C tier, sadly. But I don't know. Yeah, I'm not a huge Bruno stan either. Koga, Will, but whatever the gilf's name in Gen 2 is, she hottest gilf.
You consider Karen a gilf?
Is Karen not a gilf? She's got gray hair. That's I'm assuming she's a gilf.
I
But
thought
it
she was
works.
just like like with stylish silver hair rather than being old.
I thought she was old.
Oh, maybe she is old. I mean, I'm still down, but
Karen's
She's
Gen
still
2.
bad.
Watch,
Oh
look
yeah,
at
Karen's
Kyle.
26. What the fuck?
Yeah, I thought she was like a stylish, like she's got like a stylish
But
blue.
she does
silver.
look like a granny who had her child when she was 14. You know
I
what I mean?
get what you're saying.
And then her child had a
Now that
child.
you've said it, she definitely seems like she's got the vibes of, yeah, I'm older, but do I look like I fucking care, or do I look
Yeah.
like I'm older?
But
Like,
my husband has paid for a lot of surgery on me, so
yeah, she's I understand now looking again why you thought that, but then also like I did see it differently.
Yeah, I think Karen is the one redeeming quality of Gen 2, which is why I also have no one in D tier. I don't think, honestly, any of these are drastically better than the other. But so Karen holding C tier down for us. Honestly, looking back, I think I might have done Sun and Moon a little dirty. These two are absolute baddies. And I'm kind of with Curly on the I'm here for the old guy who's going to take care of me and fight for me. And just like honorable, respectful gentleman. Kind of here
Yeah.
for it. So I
He's
might
also
have
got a
done
bit of a
Sun and Moon a little
belly.
dirty. What's up?
You can give him little huggies. He's like a big cuddly boy, you know.
True.
Little hug.
He is like he does seem like the most cuddly of all of the men.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I'll admit to that. It does like the
He is
one
the
that
dad
most-
bod
most-
look. That's what he is. He is dad bod. He is the most dad bod of anyone here.
True.
Unless
Yeah,
Wickstrom
I-
is hiding dad bod under that armor.
I think Hallow will give you a hug. Marshall needs a hug. And
Gen
Drake Drake will give you a hug, but you know it's only after.
I don't think he would. Not after.
4. I'm here for Sydney's twink. I think he's the most attractive of the. What's Sydney? Aaron, I think is his name.
Mhm.
I think Aaron's the most attractive man in the Elite Four.
I agree.
And like any Elite Four. The kind of twinky nerd, I guess. I don't know. That feels a little too close to me if I was hot. So like I'm not really here for it.
What a edgelord! You mean?
Love me a gilf. Already talked about. So she's these two have hard carried Gen 4 up to as high as they are. Gen 1, Lorelai, baddie, Agatha, baddie. Y'all fucking disrespecting my girl out here. Will not stand for the slander. Lance, I think, is fine. He's like your stereotypical like hot dude.
He's a fuckboy.
He probably doesn't know how to eat pussy properly. I'll say it.
You know what he is? Lance played quarterback in high school.
Lance did play quarterback in high school.
Lance thinks that talking about himself counts as foreplay.
And then Bruno, like I said, I'm not here for the Chads. Same thing with Marshall, not really here for the Chads. Not really here for Grimsley either. But these two girls are both like A tier on their own. But they're paired with two fucking terrible men, which like brings them way down.
Grimsley gives me like Noel
Oh,
Fielding vibes. That's
I like him.
Honestly, Gen 7 should probably be top of B, I think. I would move Gen 7 to top of B, but everything else stays the same.
Yeah, because you've kind of got like this sort of like cute like girl, and then you've got the body fucking MILF sort of. She's not a MILF, but like
She's not a
body,
MILF. She's the Velma. She's the
Yeah.
she's the big titty goth girlfriend if she had
Yeah.
small
Yeah.
titties.
yeah, she's like the goth GF, but she's like a bit self conscious and does small titties.
Yeah, she would step on you, but like you'd have to convince her to do it.
So
I'm here to give.
She'd be into it, but she would really be embarrassed to let you know that she was into it.
True. There it is.
Mhm.
So yeah, that is our tier lists. Running over them one more time. Curly had Gen 3, Gen 5, Gen 7, Gen 4, Gen 6, Gen 1, Gen 2. Lion Eagle had Gen 6, Gen 3, Gen 2, Gen 5.
2 and Gen 5.
Yeah. That's insane that you had 2 this high. Me and Curly had it. Curly had it as his second to worst. I had it as my worst. One thing I will say, I think Gen 3 comes away with the gold here because I had it as second, Lion Eagle had it as a second, and Curly had it as first. Whereas Gen 6, you and I both had it as 1, but Curly had it as 6th, I think. Or no, 5th.
Yeah, I will
Yeah,
say
it
that
is
Curly did have it low because he's not played those games. I think if he'd played them, then it might be a
Maybe.
bit higher.
Yeah.
But as it stands, yeah, Gen 3 did win overall in terms of its overall.
It wasn't for Sydney. Fuck Sydney, dude.
Sydney's hair is so fucking bad.
Yeah,
It could only have got worse if they replaced Sydney with Bruno.
Right,
That's
make
only way it could have got worse.
But that's just testament though that you're saying about Gen 2. That's just testament to how how much of an absolute baddie Karen is to me.
True. Karen does hard carry. I'll say it.
Karen hard carries. Will is also there and is, you know,
Could potentially
like we
be
said,
Lorelai.
the crossdresser. Could also potentially be Lorelai. It would be S tier. If it was canon that that's Lorelai, it would be S tier. It would be S tier, and I wouldn't even look at Koga and Bruno. They would be outside.
Fair enough. Fun little thing I just thought of. Make your perfect Elite Four.
Ooh.
Like baddie wise? Or...
Yes, baddie wise.
Okay.
I can nearly see them all, yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Feel free to pull these up on your own screen as well. I have already been thinking about this, so I will go ahead and go. Dragonea, obviously. Honestly, do we need 3 more? For the purposes of this exercise, yes, we do. So I will be filling in 3 more. Karen, because you know, like Liney said, absolute baddie. Then I'm probably gonna go the water girl from Gen 7. I don't know her name. I don't have the names pulled up like
No,
you guys
she's
do.
not water.
Is she not
For-
water?
are you-
Or
she's
was she poison?
rock?
Am I an idiot?
Oh, Olivia's rock.
Is she
She's
really?
rock.
Damn. All right.
Oh yeah.
So I put Olivia on my third, and then are y'all ready for the curveball? You know who makes it?
Bruno.
Fucking Aaron. Yeah, Bruno out of left field.
That would be the curveball.
But no, Aaron from Gen 4. I think he does it for me.
No, that's fair. Like you guys have said, you think he's one of the best looking twinks in the game.
He is the best looking twink in the game. Twink number 1, baby, is Aaron. It's funny because he has Berg from Gen 5 vibes, but Berg is not attractive at all.
Oh, Berg's a fucking actual L nerd. He is actually a nerd.
actual theater kid, fucking L nerd.
Yeah, like, if Ludwig was a fucking Pokemon character.
Yeah, but Berg is such like a theater kid. It's like Berg would fucking piss you off so much.
Yeah, so the recap, we got Dragonea, we've got Karen, we've got Olivia, and we've got Aaron. Honorable mention to Lorelei, though.
Yeah, this is so tough.
I'm on 3. I'm sort of like my last member is me thinking, you know.
I've got 4, but then I don't want to leave Glacier behind. Because I think my 4, even though half of it is from the same game. I mean, there's a reason why I've put Gen 6 in S, and that's because Malva and Drasna are still going to be in there, and then I'm gonna bring Karen and I'm gonna bring Olivia.
Okay.
I'm putting this on our document, by the way.
Yeah, I was tempted to do the same thing just so I could see it spread out, but
I have all the names here as well, so it makes it easier. Okay, I've got mine.
Okay.
I've got mine, and I've even got mine in an order.
in an odd. Oh, mine are not in an order.
Not in an order as in like preferred. In an order as in like if it all had to happen in the same like order. Right.
Okay.
If I had to do that list, there's no point going past 1. Like
So the first minute is
with...
So I've started with Aaron. I like how you said there was a curveball. He was my first name down.
Let's go.
And then I have the Sky Girl from Gen 7, Kalili, or whatever it is.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then I have Phoebe.
Okay.
And then I finish with Hala. I want the huggies. I want the cuddles.
I want
to have a nice end experience.
Wow. Imagine not having Drasna in your final 4. Cringe.
I don't. As I said, look, I'm sorry, internet and MILF lovers alike. I'm just not in that camp.
Fair
I
enough.
am a. Let's not say anything. I am a twink lover and a smaller lady lover as well, and will not go into my psyche of life. We'll talk about that another time.
All right, let's hide that. Let's move me over. And we're back.
No
Yeah,
pressure.
I think general consensus there is that Karen is a baddie and Olivia is a baddie, and Curly has a slightly different taste.
There was a lot of Olivia love, and I'm here for it.
One sec, Lanny, did you give yours?
Yeah. I said that it's Malva and Drasna, and Olivia and Karen.
I thought it just
Not
like I just didn't
order.
hear that. I think I just had a stroke.
Although it's tough because like Lorelei and Glacier need to be invited.
Yeah, I had fifth place was Lorelei for me.
But then and then also there's also Chantel needs to be there at some point. And then also Kahili needs to be there at some point.
Haley definitely at some point.
And then Hala comes in at the end.
Yeah.
So I think that has been a podcast.
Yeah,
I think so too. It's been good.
Tune in every day of the week to be determined. We did Thursday this week. We don't know if Thursday is going to work out for Lion Eagle every week.
Yeah, not for a little bit of the future, but
right.
We'll figure something out.
So expect the day to change. Thank you everyone who came out and hung out. I expected to be talking to 2 people, but we're at like 9 and average like 6 or 7. So,
Yeah,
not too bad.
Can we talk about the fact that at least until very recently, Jodie was here, and it's a ridiculously early time in the morning, Jodie.
That's fair. I also am surprised that she hung around and just listened to us talk about shit like that for like 30-40 minutes.
It'd be like that.
Shout out.
It do be like that.
So yeah, let's go ahead. Oh, yo! Doing work past 3 a.m. Sheesh.
Oh, that
Sheesh.
sucks.
Let's go through and give shout outs real quick. So Curly, take us home.
Hi, my name is Curly801. I stream on the Twitch channel Curly801. I also have a Twitter under the name Curly801. I play games at twitch.tv/Curly801. I also talk sometimes at twitch.tv/Curly801. And I tweet also at the Twitter account twitter.com/Curly801.
So one more time, where can they find you?
If you go to
I'm sorry,
the
it's
website,
Curly802, right?
yeah, if you go to the Twitch website, that's https://
Dash. Those are
team.
forward slashes. Excuse you.
Who cares? It's
They're not going to find you, Curly.
T for Tuvalu, W for Wicked Witch of the West, I for Indigo, T for Testicles, C for Charlie, H for Hotties, dot, that's D is in for Delta, O for Ovaries, T for Testicles, then T again for Tuvalu, then V for Venice, and then / C for Charlie, U for Uvula, R for Rodeo, L for Lamppost, Y for Yo-Yos, and that's 8. That's 8 for E for Echo. I
It's actually 8 for 8.
Indigo,
God.
G for Garden Girl, H for Height, T for Titties, and then 01.
I love how every time you did a T, it's been a different word.
I've run out of words. That's my whole dictionary being depleted.
There it is. Lion Eagle.
Lan Eagle, where can we find you?
You can find me on twitch.tv/Curly801. So you can find me at Lion Eagle 22_25. I've been playing some Mario Kart, been doing some speedruns. Got a pretty poggers time of slightly less than 2 hours and 1 minute, which was very fire. Been playing a little bit of Lego games. Going to be playing a little bit more of that. Got tomorrow, well today, if you're UK, I'm going to be playing some Pokemon Black and White and hopefully getting past the first block of grass.
I believe in you.
Going to be doing that with my co-host for that stream, Straw Hat Hippie, and then after that, we're going to be in Arabelle's.
Actually, breaking news since we've started the podcast.
Canceled.
Yeah, movie night has been canceled tomorrow.
Like actually?
Canceled.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know if Z's talking and we
Yeah,
can't
Z
hear
can't
him.
hear you.
but-
Did I mean? Oh,
Z must have
I'm
been,
so I've been talking a lot, and
no.
I did minus so I could do a dash to show that Curly wasn't doing a dash.
Oh,
And
no,
minus
you-
is what I bound for
I-
mute.
I remember you were talking about that with Kevin.
That's why I was
Bacon.
like, he's letting me do this, so I'm just gonna keep going. Will you tell him to shut up at any point? That's why I kept going.
That's very. I was talking to you and conversing with you the entire time. Yeah, it did
That's
feel
so
very
good.
natural because it's only muted for Discord. Stream was still hearing me talk, so that
Okay.
was very funny. Love that.
Wait, so are we legitimately not doing the movie podcast?
Yes, we're legit not doing movie.
Oh, thank God.
He tagged us. He tagged us. Said it's off, which means it's maybe on next week. And if not, can't do it, then we'll just forfeit.
Perfect. Like I'm down to do one more episode of it. I just don't want the only thing because I can only stream once a week now, so I gotta want my only stream to be doing fucking movie movie stuff every.
Yeah,
week,
I'm also fine for us to not do it again. To be honest, I was fine for us to do it again because we were there and we said we'll come back next week. But I'm also fine for us to not come back the week after.
I want to get the
Right.
three-peat because 3 Brits in it, 3 wins in it. I think that's funny. But after the three-peat, I'm down to.
All right,
graciously
I'm
bow
fine to
out.
do that. But
Yeah.
also, I'm so happy I don't have to stay up late tomorrow. I
Um,
stay up late every Friday, and then I wake up like halfway through the Saturday. So
do you want to continue
yeah,
your sign off? There's no movie night.
yeah. So you can find me. I'll be playing some Pokemon tomorrow. Won't be doing anything after that. I'll be going to bed at a reasonable time. Next Monday, I'll be
Imagine.
doing my D&D podcast. Well, hopefully, and we'll be doing the Bard class of D&D. And then yeah, the week after.
Do you
I'm
mean the
gonna be-
Ranger?
Oh, the Ranger? Why would I be talking about the Ranger?
Because you said the bad class.
Oh no, the Bard class.
Oh, Bard. Got it.
Bard. The BARD. Talking about the Bard. Yeah, I understand now. Yeah, talking about the Bard. Talking about all of its subclasses, and then throughout the week, maybe some more Lego games, but hopefully going to be playing a bit more Mario Kart. Trying to get under 2 hours. That's the main goal. And once that's done, I'm going to be basically just waiting for Stanz to play with me.
There it is.
So,
Today
yeah.
I learned I was subscribed to Evan Gao, but I have not been following him.
What?
Yeah, I don't
That's
know.
funny.
So there's the follow, which is funny. Spoilers on who we're rating.
Just the mix?
Yeah, we are in fact going to be rating Just Binks. How did you know?
Wait,
So
why is Evan Gao?
he's
Wait,
not live
what-
anymore?
Do I not follow Evan Gao?
He just went offline, I think.
No, he didn't. He just got rated.
Oh, okay. I follow him.
Wait.
It's not,
Damn, no
he's
one
not there.
follows Evan Gao. Crazy.
I follow him. It's just he's not there.
Yeah, no, I think something's happened because I follow Evan Gao as well.
I don't know. That was weird. Anyway, I
think something's happened to all of his followers because it's everyone's follower age is like 5 minutes old now.
Yeah, he's only got 307 followers. What the fuck?
yeah, man was definitely in
What's
the
just happened
thousands.
to what's just happened to his followers?
I just
I've heard that
unfollowed
Twitch
him.
has been broken for a while. Yeah, like some people woke up and like didn't have any subs or anything.
Yeah, no,
What?
yeah, something's happened to all of his followers. Yeah, we'll go follow him again.
Yes, I had already planned on making another Reddit post anyway, and then like I said, for the most part, I'm just going to be reaching out and DMing people because we don't want to like super publicize the fact that no one wanted to be on Stanz 3K. But I will be reaching out to a bunch of people and being like, "Hey, you want to make a video, please? Please. You can join if you want, but also if you don't want to, that's also fine." But yes, so I have been Notice the Z. I stream every Friday by myself, and then I'm on 2 separate podcasts. We are on the Stanz 3 podcast every insert day of the week.
Yeah.
And then the Grub Buds podcast every Monday at 7:30 CST. So that's very pog. This Monday we're trying the KFC Impossible Chicken Nuggets, so that'll be fun. We love good fake meat, and I love roping them into having to do stuff. So poggies. What else? What else we got to talk about? I don't know. Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, fucking Reddit, chess.com, Pornhub, Notice the Z everywhere. You know where to find me.
You are not noticed as on Pornhub.
Want to fucking bet?
You actually?
No, I don't have a Pornhub account.
Oh,
I should.
shame.
But-
Someone's gonna yoink that now.
I've lost one whole follower. Something's clearly going wrong.
No.
You've lost a follower. Oh no, the podcast is a bad idea, guys. Abandon ship.
Abandoned ship. Yeah, I noticed my activity feed is like completely blank. When I opened OBS
Oh,
today.
God, please, please
I-
don't let me have lost all
every-
my followers. I don't have that many to lose.
I feel like something like everyone's just bombarding the Evans chat. Something's happened.
No, yeah, things have been happening for like a while now because I heard someone else talking about now I'm still at 159 eat shit nerds. I heard someone talking
Yo,
about
tell
how
me
like
about the
S-Fan had like 0 subs this morning or some shit. So
Well, I just refollowed Evan, so
there it is. All right, so I'm going to be sending you guys to Evan Gao. Thank you for hanging out. I'm going to be playing probably some Master Duel tomorrow, and maybe some It Takes Two. I actually don't know, because I thought I was going to be doing movies, so I didn't plan a collab. But if I can get a collab, there will be a collab tomorrow because I love bitch loves to collab. Evan_Gao. So yeah, thank you guys. We will see you guys next week for the video reviews / winner announcement, and then we need to get to work on filming our org announcement video because I have a very cool idea. It's going to be very high effort, and you guys are going to be like, "Damn, S3K who? Fucking Stanz 3K, baby." So have a good night. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I hope you guys want more of this because boy, can we just sit and fucking talk forever. So
But brown sauce as well.
Brown sauce. Yeah, I didn't know if we wanted to talk about the grilled cheese toasties thing or not, but
It's gonna be too long. We'll be here for 6 hours if we
Yeah.
do that.
true. All right, take it easy,
Also,
guys.
like I say, that'd be
Actually,
a
I
good
should
one to have
probably
a
have
guest
already
on.
hit that a while ago, so that way now we have like the weird, awkward 8-second countdown.
I'll just keep waiting.
Just wave. I'll put some outro music over this.
Put the standards. Dun 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 dun.
Bye
Dun,
bye.
dun, 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 dun. That's not even these standards.
All right, the raid is gone, and I am off.